Hi guys, welcome to the live. My name is Heather Jones. I am the #1 intuitive teacher and I teach you the truth code. So, did you know that you have been lied to? That you have been told, okay, the day that you were born, you were taught to silence your truth. And you were taught to silence the messenger. And that is the one thing that is your gift from God that always tells you the truth so that you can have discernment and know exactly what's going on in your life. So, we are going to spend the next hour and a half teaching the 7 keys. I teach them absolutely for free. If you have not already, make sure you're following me. Make sure you get my free guide because these keys are life-changing. So I spent the last 10 years and over $15,000 in certifications to learn the keys that I teach you for absolutely free. And these keys will set you free. So if you've been dealing with chronic pain, sickness, you're broke as a joke, if you don't know why or what's happening in your life, why things keep happening negatively, okay, it's most likely because you are suffering or dealing with one of the 7 keys. And when you unlock the key, you unlock your truth. And then you are then able to take ownership of your life and step forward with power, knowing exactly what's wrong with you and how to fix it. So the problem is that we have spent way too long outsourcing our truth. We have spent way too many years seeking external validation for the things that we should know for ourselves, right? We know what's right, we know what's wrong, and our bodies know what's right and what's wrong for us. So, if you found me, you're welcome. Congratulations. It's not coincidental that you found me because I teach truth, and I need other people to learn this information so that we can help people heal themselves. Oh, shoot, there's a fly in my office. So key number 1 is that your body literally speaks to you through pain. Pain is the messenger of the body. And we have been taught the lie that we need to silence pain as fast as we can, that we need to take a painkiller as fast as we can. And when you do that, you actually silence the messenger, okay? The messenger is trying to tell you that there's something wrong. So our bodies know exactly how to heal themselves. Our bodies know what's wrong. And so the messenger shows up, usually in pain, right? SOS, there's something here that we need to fix. And so instead of just silencing it right away, we need to ask our body, what is it that you need? And using the 7 keys and learning the system I teach through intuitive testing, your body can tell you exactly within seconds what it needs. And the second you get the message and the second you listen to the messenger leaves and takes the pain with her, okay? So it's very simple. That is key number 1. So we're gonna spend the next hour, right, going through each of the 7 keys. And then after that, we're gonna spend about 30 minutes doing one-on-ones, right? I'm gonna show you exactly how to use these keys in real time and prove to you that you can be in a 10-10 pain and go to a 0 pain in literal minutes by just listening to the messenger. Hold on, you guys. I got a fly in here and it's gonna drive me absolutely insane. Just a second. Hey, will you grab a fly swatter? There's like a fly in here and it's gonna drive me crazy. Babe? Jeremy? Fly swatter? Yeah. Sorry guys, I'm back. The last thing I want is that fly to like land on me or something. So you guys, we're gonna spend the next 60 minutes going through the 7 keys, okay? I teach you the keys for free. They're the most powerful transformational keys. The reason why I teach them for free, maybe just give me the fly swatter and if I see it, I'll swat at it and then it'll hide. Thank you. So key number 1 is your body literally speaks to you through pain, right? Pain is the messenger. It's not bad, it's just telling you when there's something wrong. Okay, key number 2 is that if you are dealing with something physical, okay, key number 2 is the physical key. It is either going to be one or many of these 2 things, a parasite, a toxin, or a nutrient deficiency. And your body can tell you exactly which parasite, exactly what nutrient deficiency, and exactly which toxin. And so a lot of us are wasting our time and we're wasting our money on supplements that don't even work. A lot of us are doing detoxes and cleanses, just hoping and praying that it's gonna work and fix us, okay? But the truth is that your body will tell you exactly what you need to do, what you need to take, and how to heal yourself. Okay, and that's what I teach in my advanced intuitive testing guide. So key number 2 is it could be physical. right? Is it a parasite? Is it a toxin or a nutrient deficiency? And when one of those is too many in our body will start to tell us that, right? We'll start experiencing pain. Pain is just the messenger, okay? We got it? Okay, next key. I'm going through the keys kind of quickly because I realized I overteach. So we're going through the 7 keys. Make sure you download my free guide. Make sure you're following me. I teach these keys for free. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Zagorka. Hello, Queen. Sorry, I got on a little bit late today. So we're going through the keys. Key number 3 is emotional. That is the emotional key. So a lot of us are dealing with physical chronic symptoms, 10-10 pain, Hashimoto's, cancer, autoimmune disorder, okay, eczema, psoriasis, right? Chronic fatigue. A lot of those could be caused from emotional trauma. So what does that look like? So if you were anywhere from the ages of 0 to 25 and you experienced sexual trauma, physical trauma, religious trauma, spiritual trauma, or emotional trauma, which I know you have because that's why we've come to this earth, was to experience traumas and trials. That's our hashtag training for growth. Okay, we came here to learn and grow. But the problem is that we were children when we experienced these emotional traumas. Okay, we did not have the mental capacity at the age of 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, all the way to the age of 25, to have the right mindset to know that what was happening to us wasn't okay. So our body protects us from those traumas. Sometimes it's not a very healthy way of right, coping. We create limiting beliefs about ourselves when we're little. So when I was sexually and physically abused as a child, I told myself that I was not good enough and that I was not worthy enough, that I didn't deserve love, right? And so I created all these limiting beliefs about myself because, again, I didn't have the mental capacity to tell myself the truth. Thank you, princess. Okay? And then you're in your 30s now and your 40s and your 50s and your body's trying to tell you, communicate with you that, hey, there's something here that needs to be fixed. There's something here that you don't need to carry anymore. You have the mental capacity to tell yourself the truth now so we can heal this. But that's not what we do. We silence our pain, okay? Can you explain then why some people come to this earth never experiencing trauma and why some do? That's a very good question. Okay, maybe in this lifetime they chose not to have any trials, as many trials and traumas. Okay, we get to choose what we want to experience in this life and how much. And a lot of us came with a pretty big list of things that we wanted to go through. And so that's why some people have more traumas than others. Okay, it's because you chose to grow. You chose to descend below all things and experience the darkness of darkness so that you could be a light. So in this live, we're going to get to the spiritual key, and a lot of people, right, or the 7th key, a lot of people have come to experience horrific traumas, and it's not, and it has a purpose, right? So Jesus came here to experience horrific things, right, to atone for the world, because he knew he knew that he had to go through those things, right, to help everyone, to ascend, to be a light. So if you've gone through traumas and trials, it is in preparation for you to step into what you promised you would later in your life, okay? But the problem is a lot of us, we get stuck in victimhood. We get stuck in why me instead of why not me. And then we don't realize that we can turn that pain into our power, okay? I'm sorry, I disagree. I would never choose to suffer or endure the trauma that I did, never. So, Silver, that's okay, right? I'm not here to tell you why or how, but I suffered horrendous sexual and physical trauma, okay? I lost a child to a rare genetic disorder. And all of those things were absolutely horrific and very hard. But what I chose to do, because the key here is we always have choice. We always have free agency, okay? To choose. We can choose to see ourselves as victims, and that's horrible, and we can choose to blame God for all the things that happened to us, or we can say, wow, I survived those things. I have greater capacity for love. I have greater capacity for empathy, and you can transmute darkness into the most powerful, beautiful thing, okay? But if this message is not for you, I totally get it, and I'm not your person, okay? You will find your people who you resonate with. So I follow mentors who've gone through horrific traumas, right? Like one of my favorite mentors, Kai Ra, was child trafficked, okay? As a child, starting at 2 years old. And she recognized that through those traumas, she is now a world-renowned healer. She teaches from a place of pure, authentic truth because she experienced the pain and she can empathize and she understands what it feels like to feel like you're broken, to feel like you don't want to live on this earth anymore, okay? But the truth is that nobody can ever truly hurt you. Your soul is perfect and pure, okay? And the things that happen to you, you can choose to take those things and turn them into your power, okay? I have chosen to use the things that have happened to me as fuel to enlighten me and to help me speak truth, because that's why I teach these keys. Because I want people to know what it feels like to have someone who's actually gone through the trauma and to say, you are still okay. You are still whole. You are not broken. You are no less than. You're infinite worth. Okay, you have infinite worth, eternal worth, and nobody, no matter what they do to you or how they take advantage of your innocence or purity, can ever destroy that. Yes, you can, Dawn. Okay, so we're going through the 7 keys. We're going through the 7 keys. I teach the keys for free. It took me over 10 years just to get the keys. Okay, key number 3 is if you have ever experienced emotional trauma, which I know you have because we have come to this earth to be tried and to be tested and to grow. But the problem is we haven't taught how to actually heal our traumas. We've been taught to silence our pain and we've been taught to silence our truth. Okay. And now we have physical symptoms, thank you, Dawn, like Hashimoto's, right? Cancer, fibromyalgia, arthritis. Okay, these are physical symptoms that has started with something emotional. Okay, these are physical symptoms that are presenting over time because we were not taught how to listen to the messenger when it first started. And so it compiles into chronic diseases in the body. I have it. I'll have to check it out. Okay, so next key, okay, we're going through the 7 keys is generational trauma. So a lot of you guys are feeling tired, right? Triggered, overwhelmed. You have fears, you have phobias, you have sicknesses, and it could be from generational trauma. Yeah, Hashimoto's, okay, or any type of autoimmune disorder. I'll tell you the science behind it. So every single time that you have an emotion, let's say a negative emotion, let's say when you were a child, you were physically abused, okay, like I was, and you created a belief in yourself, I am not worthy, I am not good enough. Your brain, every time you have a thought, produces a chemical, okay? It produces a chemical in your body. A lot of times that chemical is cortisol. It's the stress, right? Your body has nutrients to fight, to help, that tries to help heal that belief, that chemical that's in your body, right? A lot of times it's magnesium. So our body will take that magnesium and try to help fix the deficiency, the cortisol, the stress, the belief. And over time, your body, because you're not healing it, you're masking it, silencing it, your body keeps working overtime, trying to heal it with nutrients. Your body becomes depleted of nutrients, okay? When your body gets depleted of nutrients, it creates holes, barriers, right? It can't fight that anymore. And then your body now gets overloaded with toxins. And then those toxins, right, attract parasites. And now those parasites have a perfect feeding ground for toxins, okay? And then your body uses more nutrients to try to fight this. And so now we have a body that's depleted of nutrients, that's full of toxins and has parasites. And it started emotionally. That's one of the ways. So everything can be broken down scientifically, you guys, but the truth is that your body knows exactly what it needs. Whether it's physical, it'll tell you if it needs to release the emotional trauma first so that we can let go of the cortisol that keeps getting pumped into our body, that stress hormone, every time we think about that trauma, every time we think about what happened to us, every time we think we're a victim, right? Your body will send those chemicals into your body, and then our body will try to fix those things. So we're going to the next key, generational trauma. Okay, generational trauma has been proven through epigenetics that you can have things passed down generationally. So Char, I teach you how in my $27 guide, okay? First, you need to tap into your intuition, your yes and your no. Your body tells you yes and no. Your body is an instrument that tests with a 99.9% accuracy, okay? Your body tests truth with a 99.9% accuracy. So if you can tap into that, which we all can, you guys, doctors and scientists have proven this, when you get your yes and your no with your body and you have the 7 keys, you can ask your body, is my physical symptom, what's the first priority? Is it physical? Is it emotional? Is it generational? Yay, Char! So generational trauma, they have proven that you can have fears, phobias, sicknesses, and diseases passed down generationally. Yeah, Char, that's the hardest thing, right? Is to learn these new techniques and to develop them. The hardest thing when I work with people one-on-one in my course, working with people, right, is trusting that they have the answers, is trusting their intuition. That is the hardest thing that you're going to have to get over, is trusting yourself, right? But you've been gaslit ever since you were a child to second guess yourself and to seek external validation, that you've been doing this for decades, so it's hard to now go back to truth. Thank you, Zagorka. Yeah, let's get those likes up to 100,000. Let's share, because it will just share this information to people who need these keys. Okay, these keys are life-changing. I've literally seen people go from a 10-10 chronic pain that they've dealt with for over decades of their life to a 0 in literal minutes, because their body was finally able to release and heal the emotional trauma. Their body was finally able to release the generational trauma, okay? We're going through the 7 keys. If you just joined, we're going to go through the 7 keys. These keys help you unlock truth. Make sure you're following me. Make sure you get my free guide, okay? We're going to spend the next hour going through the keys, and we're going to do some one-on-ones, okay? Next key is absorbed, the absorbed key. So how many of you guys in here are empaths and you feel energy, right? You can feel energy when you go into your parents' house, when you hang out with friends, when you watch movies, when you go into restaurants. You can just literally feel energy all the time. Yeah. And how many of you guys have random strangers who will tell you their whole life story, right? They'll just tell you every single thing that happened, and they said, wow, I've never ever been able to tell people that. Right? So here's the truth, you guys. All of you guys who have experienced this, you are an empath because of your trauma. You have a heightened awareness of energy because as a child, you had to be aware of your surroundings, because at any given moment, you weren't safe, right? There was fear. So you developed this heightened sense of awareness, this connection to energy, so that if energy shifted even just a little bit, you could sense it for protection. And then another thing is because you are so used to people just taking advantage of you with no boundaries, right? People feel like they could just dump on you all of their emotional trauma and baggage. And because you have such a big heart and you're not used to boundaries, you just take it. And now you're exhausted. Okay? Now, that's just one way I like to explain the absorbed key. But some of us, we don't even know that we're absorbing energy. So a little history or a little science, okay, is called quantum entanglement. Anytime someone's within 9 feet of you, you actually connect energetically, right? You are in their energetic aura. And so our energies bounce off of each other. And after about 20 minutes, your energies are actually intertwined, connected. But what happens is sometimes when you leave, you actually take or absorb some of their energy with you, and you don't even know you did it, right? That's how sometimes all of a sudden you can have random pain or random fatigue, or you feel a certain way, or you feel irritable all of a sudden, okay? It's because you're absorbing other people's energy. And I'm certified in human design, and if you're a projector or you have an open center, you're definitely doing this too. But here's the truth, you guys. You don't need the certifications to know what your pain is. So if it's absorbed, you can test in literal seconds and you can clear it in seconds. So it looks like this. I have pain in my body. Okay, that's key number one. Your body speaks to you through pain. It doesn't always have to be painful though, okay? Your body speaks to you. We're gonna ask which key will unlock truth so I can release this pain. So all of a sudden I have chest pain, right? Because I get off my TikTok live, I have chest pain. I'm like, what's going on? Is it physical? Is it emotional? Is it generational? Is it absorbed? Okay, my body said, yes, it's absorbed. So this means that I have taken on someone else's energy and it's not mine, so I can clear it. And it's as simple as I clear this energy that's not mine out of my body. And it will instantly leave your body. Okay? In seconds. Okay? I command this energy that's in my body to leave now. It is not mine. I send it back to sender. And literally within seconds, my pain is gone. And you can do the same thing. And so as you use these keys, right, you will never have anxiety or depression or sickness that lasts longer than a day, or maybe a week if you get the flu, okay? Because you will know exactly why you have pain. And after you cleared all the emotional trauma, the generational trauma, the spiritual trauma, right, the absorbed energy, all the things from past lives, as soon as you cleared all that, now it's just maintenance. And you guys, I do maintenance every single day. The second I get pain, I know what it is and I clear it. The second I get any type of physical pain, I clear it in seconds, okay? If you always get headaches, you're gonna wanna use the keys. I did too. We're gonna go into the next key, okay? So if you have not already followed me, liked, and shared, you guys do that. Don't lose me. Make sure you learn the information that I teach so that you can teach other people. If you feel called to learn how to use these keys in depth, physical, emotional, spiritual, all the 7 keys, and learn how to use them on yourself and other people, that is what I teach in my advanced intuitive testing guide. It is the most comprehensive. It's the only thing you need, truly. You do not need 10 years and certifications and over $15,000 in certifications. You just don't need that. You need to tap into your intuition, your yes and your no, and your intuition will tell you exactly when it comes to anything. Your spiritual gifts, right? Anything physical, who you are, your purpose, anything, everything, okay? It's within the 7 keys. So let's go to the next key. Or a whole master's degree, right? Like how many of us have actually used our education and are still paying off student loans and we're not even using it, right? I can raise my hand, okay? I can raise my hand and I'm still paying on those student loans. Almost done though. So next key is my favorite key. It's the spiritual key. So I teach the spirit, my muscle testing was off. So I am Natasha. I hate the word muscle testing because it's kind of like how people say you're a conspiracy theorist. It like puts this weird energy around it. When I think of muscle testing, I think people like using their muscles. You're using your intuition. So I'm certified in kinesiology. I got certified here in the States and I could not figure it out. So luckily I learned a system in Germany called Innerwise that taught intuitive testing. And it was the easiest way for me to get a yes and no, other than the body sway test, which I teach for free in my free guide. So, ooh, I had muscle testing to what, the needles? I've never heard of that as a Gorka. Are you talking about acupuncture? Okay. Does the person need to know where it comes from to release it? So if you're working on yourself or any other person, your body has to know the message. So that's why people aren't healing, is because they're silencing the messenger. So that's called spiritually bypassing. So when people just say, oh, just think happy thoughts, just write affirmations on your mirror and say them over and over again, right? That is not going to work, because you have to understand, you have to get to the root of, why do I feel this way? Why do I have this pain in my body? And your body will tell you, okay? And then your body, if it's emotional trauma, your body's going to tell you at what age, if you needed to know more, if you needed to know the emotion, and you can literally heal that in seconds, okay? It does not take months and years to heal trauma. I promise you it doesn't. If you believe you can heal yourself in literal seconds, you can. If you believe that you can never be healed and you have to be broken for your entire life, then you will. So I have worked with people who have had the most extreme traumas. I'm talking about people who were sexually traumatized, sold at the age of 2. Okay? Those are the kind of people I work with. And they are some of the most beautiful, loving, bright souls who have recognized their power and recognized that the things that happen to them do not define them, and they chose, that's the key word here. They chose not to allow those things to destroy their lives, and they chose to allow those things to be transmuted into the most powerful women I know, who speak truth, who speak light, and they are so powerful because of their traumas. It's way different when you see someone who's standing on stage and saying, those things happened to me, and here I am, a survivor, right? Who is choosing to let their light shine so brightly and share light on the dark, to share truth over their traumas. Because a lot of us experience trauma and we silence our truth. Okay, we hide our light under a bushel because of shame, because of guilt, because we feel like we're broken. And that's the last thing you want to do, because so many men and women are silencing their truth to protect their perpetrators, because a lot of times it's family members, right? Or they're trying to keep the peace. They don't want to hurt people's feelings, or so that you silence yourself. And if you do that long enough, you will put your light out. You will become so toxic, sick in your body because your body's trying to heal and it can't, because you keep silencing your truth. Wow, yeah. Gallstones could start from something spiritual. You can test. So one thing I am not here to do is, I'm not here to be your savior. I'm not here to be your healer. I am here to help you remember and awaken your truth. I am here to tell you that you can heal yourself in seconds. That all you need is to remember that you have a gift. It's called your intuition. You use the 7 keys to unlock your truth. Okay? It is that simple. And I know it's hard for people to believe that it's that simple, because they've been taught to seek external validation for literally everything. Okay? So, spiritual. We're going to the spiritual key. We have 2 more keys left. We have 2 more keys. We got through this pretty quickly. The spiritual key deals with things of a spiritual nature. So when I was a little girl, I experienced demonic spiritual warfare. So when I was 3, and when I was 4, and I was 5, and I was 6, and I was 7, I physically saw demonic entities with my own eyes. I literally felt them. They silenced me, right? They would sit on me. They would cover my mouth so I couldn't scream to my parents when I had night terrors. I was a little girl. I was not possessed by Satan. Okay, I was not a lower vibrational being. It was not my ego self or my shadow work. I was an innocent little girl. And so I've always known God and Jesus. I've always known they existed because I saw the dark. Okay? So I knew the darkness first as a child. And so when I saw those things and I felt those things and I was terrified and I didn't have the words to communicate, right? We don't have the mental capacity to communicate, hey, there's a monster in my bedroom, right? Hey, they're silencing me. I can't scream at night. I don't know how to tell my parents those things. And so they didn't understand, and nor did I understand that I had the power as a child to make those things leave. I just didn't know that, right? I wasn't taught those things. And so then going into my adult years, I had migraines for over a decade, severe chronic migraines. And I didn't recognize that that was actually a spiritual attack by legions of demonic entities. And it wasn't until, right, I was taking a prescription medication for migraines, being gaslit for my pain, being told those were normal, that for the first time in over a decade, my friend checked in and said, you're being attacked by legions of entities. And I knew exactly she was telling truth. And that was the first time from 21 to 32 that I did not have a full-blown migraine, because I was able to cast it out and clear. Yeah. So the spiritual key deals with things of a spiritual nature. So I know that there is spiritual warfare. I know that there's demonic entities, that there's unclean spirits, that there's familiars, that there's curses, that there's hexes. But I don't teach those things to bring up any type of fear, because the truth is that you should have no fear. And it's as simple as testing it's demonic or it's unclean, and then casting it out, saying you don't belong here, recognizing why they attached to you. So you guys, during my 7 keys, yeah, same. So she said, I used to go through those things as a younger kid and then not again till I was older. So the same thing happened to me. Apparently I made a contract when I was 7 years old that they could stay, but they can't show themselves. Like subconsciously, my spirit said, hey, you guys are freaking me out way too much. Like you either need to like not show yourselves, or she's gonna like something serious is gonna happen. And then in my 30s, as I started diving into demonology, spiritual work, spiritual mastery, right, those things started coming back. When I became a Reiki master, right, as I started tapping back into my spiritual gifts, I started seeing again fully. But this time I knew how powerful I was, right? So the spiritual key is for those people, right, whether you believe in it or not. I'm here to teach people who believe in it, who recognize that we are going through spiritual warfare. There's spiritual battle. And when you use the spiritual key and you test spiritual, you can know exactly what it is. Okay? Do you see angels? I do see angels in my mind's eye. Okay? So, if you test spiritual, you can know exactly what it is. You can know exactly what age it was attached to and why. So a lot of my women that I work with who have had sexual trauma or physical trauma, a lot of times during that specific abuse is when those things came in. Or they attached because of the emotion that you felt about the trauma. So a lot of women I work with, or men, have they feel worthless or they feel not good enough, and that creates an emotional frequency in your body, and that's what they're attracted to, is that vibrational frequency that you're putting out. And again, we're children. We don't understand that we're doing this, right? We don't recognize, we haven't been taught. And so now here we are in our 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, dealing with chronic pain, which is just the messenger saying, hey, there's something here. Let's get rid of it. Okay? What do I believe those type of experiences are trying to teach us? It's different for everyone, right? I think I experienced the darkness because I knew that in my 30s and 40s that I would teach those things, and that I would be able to tell people that I saw those with my own physical eyes. So when I'm working one-on-one and someone says there's something choking me and I test it's demonic, I don't think they're full of crap, and I don't throw them into the mental hospital and say you have psychosis and you're imagining those things, okay? So that's why I think those things happen to me personally. I don't know why things happen to other people, but there is a reason. Usually it's because you are meant to teach and help those people who go through the exact same things as you, right? Because now you become an expert. Now you become someone who can empathize and teach through authenticity with no distortion. So how do you get tested? So you get the 7 keys. So you can get my $27 guide, which I go through all the 7 keys and I teach you exactly how I do my yes and no. We are going to be doing some one-on-ones though, so I'm going to show you how that works in real life. But you guys have to start trusting your intuition, okay? How do you test? It's your intuition that tells you a yes or a no, okay? Your body's an instrument. What does integrity mean to you? I think we all know what integrity means. Yep, now you have a degree in life experience. Yes. Yes. So I think the lie is that you have to spend 10 years getting certified in something that you have no clue about. And now you're going to go educate and be a counselor or a therapist on things that you've never personally experienced. And nothing against those type of people, but I'm here to teach, first of all, truth. And the truth is that you can know exactly what's wrong with you and you can heal yourself in seconds. Okay? What do you believe about cellular memory? I'm not sure what you mean. But I believe that memory is stored in our cells, in our fascia, and that's why we have to do fascia and stretching and exercising to clear that motion out of our body, right? Because water stores memory. We got to clear our fascia. Okay, last key Yeah, Vina, love that. Yeah, yeah. Integrity is definitely who you are when nobody's watching. Okay, so there's one side to the spiritual key that I forgot to tap into. Yay, Zagorka, I'm so excited for you. Fascia is all the they're now tapping into it, but fascia is all those little, like, if you look into a microscope, it's all those little things around your whole body which moves toxins and fluids, right? It doesn't have a pump. Your body is what pumps it. And so if you have trapped fascia, right, usually that's trapped emotion or trapped trauma in your body. It's like a knot. Whenever you guys get those knots in your shoulders, you guys, and the massage therapist tries to like massage them out, okay, those knots are most likely trapped emotions, right? Trapped traumas, energy trapped, and your body is trying to release them. And then that's why when the massage therapists try to massage them out and then they come right back, it's because you're not listening, right? Your body's trying to tell you what it is. Thank you. All right, so let's go back to the spiritual key. Okay, I got to stay focused. There's an upside to the spiritual key. So how many of you guys have been dealing with massive fatigue, ringing in the ears? You're tired. It's just feeling like things are going really slow right now. Yeah. I feel like in the last week, it's kind of cleared up a lot for a lot of people too. Like kind of like the pressure has calmed down a little bit. But yeah, there's massive chronic fatigue going on right now. Char, it could be a little bit of both. Yeah, so you guys, we are dealing with lots of energy right now. So the Schumann resonance, the earth, right? She's shooting up energy right now more than she ever has. Okay, there's lots of the sun's penetrating through deeper. You guys, our bodies are ascending. Our bodies are integrating. Our bodies are trying to awaken spiritually. And so a lot of times that mimics pain. So if you've been dealing with ringing in the ears, which I have a lot lately, it's finally gone down, but I kept testing spiritual and I kept testing integration, ascension, right? It was my body trying to catch up to the higher vibrational frequency. Just started the ringing again. Yeah. So if you're noticing that you're fatigued, you're noticing that you're extra tired, you can use the keys and the keys will tell you exactly why. Okay. Maybe it is physical. Okay. But maybe it's spiritual. Maybe your body is integrating and ascending, and that means give yourself more rest, right? Give yourself more time to take those naps without feeling guilty. Go hug a tree, go ground. Okay. So a lot of times too, spiritual, right? Ringing in the ears could be opening of the gifts, opening of hearing, opening of receiving, or maybe you're not listening. So your ears are ringing, saying, hey, you're not listening, right? Maybe it is messengers from angels getting downloads, but your body can know exactly and tell you exactly why. And so that's why I teach both sides of the spiritual key. There's the good and there's the bad. So we're going to go to the last key. Yeah, if you're waking up exhausted even after 8 to 10 hours, you need to ask your body, do I have a magnesium deficiency? Am I not getting restful sleep? Okay. You can ask all of those things. Sometimes lately I've been taking like 3 or 4 hour naps in the middle of the day. Okay. And I can test, why am I needing to do that? And lately as my body is integrating. Yeah. And you can ask your body if there's a deficiency, and your body will tell you exactly what you need to take. What is that deficiency? Does your body want food, or does your body want the supplement? Or does your body want emotional clearing? Okay. So last key. We're going through the last key. So you guys, this last key this was huge for me. Remember, I give you the keys for free. It took me over 10 years just to get these keys, and I give them to you all right now. Everything is in the keys. I promise every single thing you are dealing with is within one of the 7 keys. And that's how you can get to the root cause of your pain in literal seconds. So I work with doctors, I worked with nurses, I worked with holistic practitioners. I work with Reiki masters because I'm a Reiki master. I work with people who are healers because I was doing one-on-one sessions and it was taking forever to get to the root cause of one thing, right? Especially when I was doing Reiki. And then I realized something after my 10 years of practicing, that you can get to the root cause of someone's pain in literal seconds, and they can clear in literal minutes. And so when I do my one-on-ones with people, we literally get through almost pretty much everything in 60 minutes because that's how quick it is. It's so fast. It doesn't need to be long. So when I know where the pain is, and if there is no pain, if I know what I'm dealing with, a money block, a bad relationship, karma, whatever it is, right? I can ask my body, and within seconds, because of the keys, my body will tell me. Okay, is it physical? Yes or no? Is it emotional? Yes or no? Is it generational? Is it absorbed? Is it spiritual? And we're going to go to the last key. Okay? So, this key, you guys, was very fascinating how I stumbled across this key. So I was dealing with chest pain. For those of you guys who heard this story, you get to hear it again. So I was dealing with chronic chest pain. This is way before COVID. I felt like my ribs were crushing in. I went to the doctors. I didn't have pneumonia. I didn't have asthma. I didn't have any symptoms. So this is up here, you guys, okay? Let's talk about something doctors can't explain. Zero things that they tested. You're fine. It could be a virus, right? It's always a virus if they can't explain it. So it must be a virus. So I'm going on 3 weeks with chronic rib crushing pain. And I can barely breathe. It's like little gasps of air. And so I finally asked my body, what is going on? What is this pain? And my body told me it is not from this lifetime. And I was like, okay, well, what does that mean? Right? Never heard that before. So I am very, very hard-headed. And so I waited about 3 more days, and the pain was getting excruciating at this time. I was going on almost 4 weeks of this pain. And so I asked my body again, I said, what is this pain? Yay, Char. And my body said, it is not from this lifetime. And so I went on YouTube, right? And I searched up a past life meditation regression. I didn't know what I was doing. I just knew I needed something, and it was saying not from this lifetime. So that's what I looked up. That's what I found. I did the meditation, you guys, and I saw myself as a red-headed princess, right? A red-headed woman. I was in a castle. I was bawling my freaking eyes out. I was bawling my eyes out, crying, feeling devastated because I was treated worse than the dog. I knew that I was used only to produce male heirs, to bring boys into this family. And that's all I was needed for. And I remember just in this vision feeling all those things, right? Knowing what it feels like to be a woman, not wanting to be listened to, feeling silenced, feeling abused, and abandoned. And so when I came out of that vision or that download of this lifetime, I was like, wow, now what, right? I still had the chest pain. My chest was still on fire. So I reached out to a mentor. She did holistic healing. I didn't tell her anything. I went to her, and about 5 to 10 minutes into this session, I said, hey, because she had the same religious background as me, so I didn't think she believed in past lives. So I didn't say anything. But finally, after 5 minutes, I said, hey, I think I believe in multiple lives. And she's like, oh, good, so do I. She's like, I see a little redheaded girl running through the fields. And then she proceeded to tell me all the things that validated the vision that I had just a couple days before. And you guys, within literal seconds, my body lit up. Like every cell in my body was like truth, like a lightning bolt through my body when she said that. And within minutes, my pain, my chest pain that I couldn't breathe for 4 weeks was completely gone. Yeah, completely gone. And so I knew without a shadow of a doubt, because of my own personal experience, that what I had just witnessed was a miracle. That all I needed to know was truth, was my truth. The messenger was telling me there's something here. The messenger told me it's not from this lifetime. I just needed to know what that was, and I needed the validation, and it was gone. So this is what I teach when I teach the truth code. I teach you that you cannot spiritually bypass the messenger, okay? The messenger is here to tell you what the pain is so that you can listen. And the second you hear the message and validate and say thank you, the messenger leaves and takes the pain with her. And it is that simple. And I have literally worked with hundreds and thousands of women across the entire globe. I have witnessed miracles happen. I have witnessed people go from a 10-10 pain to a 0 pain in literal seconds. Not because I'm a healer, not because I'm a savior, but it's because I held sacred space and I helped them remember their truth that you have access to right now. Okay? You literally have the same exact gift as I do to know truth. So you got my free guide, but I'm not sure how to do that. That's okay, right? It takes time to practice trusting your intuition. The second you get your yes or no, right, you start building confidence in that, then you need to learn the 7 keys. You have to start practicing. I know the 7 keys off the top of my head. What about infertility? What can cause that? Vita, you can ask your body, why do I have infertility? Show me the first priority. Is it physical? Is it emotional? Is it spiritual? Is it generational? Is it past life? Is it absorbed? And you can know exactly why, okay? I have worked with people who had infertility and they got pregnant. And they didn't realize that they had either sexual trauma or physical trauma or emotional trauma that was trapped in the womb. Okay, and the womb wasn't functioning properly because that's where the energy was trapped. That's not always the case. It could be something physical. It could be parasites. It could be toxins. Okay, it could be some spiritual warfare. It could be a curse. It could be a hex. So there are so many different things it could be. And that's why I say I'm not here to diagnose or to treat. I'm here to tell you that you can know exactly what your body is trying to communicate to you so you can heal it. Okay? So yeah, the link is in my bio. You guys, thank you so much for tapping on the screen and for hitting those hearts. Okay, my goal is to get to 100,000 likes. I don't get paid for my likes. I don't get paid for my shares, I promise, okay? It's to get these keys to everyone. I'm only one person and everybody needs to know this information, okay? I'm not of a scarcity mindset. I'm teach as many people as I can for free. Help as many people as I can for free. You guys, this information is not taught for free anywhere that I know of, okay? I wish it was. It would have changed my life. If somebody would have stopped me at 20 years old and said, hey, here's a free guide, it will help you to stop abusing yourself. It'll help you to stop attracting jerks who treat you like garbage, okay? It will help you to overcome the emotional trauma you experienced as a child. Your body's trying to communicate. It's trying to help you and you're not listening, okay? I wish I had this information. All right, so now that we've gone through the 7 keys, we're gonna go through them one more time just really quickly, and then we're gonna do... I have to grab my charger. I'll be right back. Oh, I was asking myself if we can suffer from the past reincarnation. There you go, giving me thanks. Yes, you absolutely can. There are several different types of past life things that you can be experiencing in this life. And everything is for our lesson, for learning our growth. Sometimes we have imprinted things that come into this life. Sometimes we have karma, right? Sometimes we have physical pain that's just trying to be cleared from this lifetime, right? How do I know? Because I personally experienced it, and you can test for yourself, right? So if you have the 7 keys, you have your yes and no, which I teach you for free, okay? And your body says yes to the past life, right? You guys, in my $27 guide though, I have charts now that you could know what past life, what experience do I need to clear? Okay, what exactly is it that my body's trying to tell me so that I can clear that, right? You might be dealing with some karma around money and you wonder why you're broke, okay? You cannot spiritually bypass. Okay, I'm gonna go grab my charger. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Backstreet's back. All right. Oh my gosh, we're back again. Hey guys. My phone's about to die, so glad I caught that. All right, so who's so excited for these 7 keys? You guys, I'm telling you, when I work with people and we use these keys, it's like, how did you know? Are you a psychic? They're like, how did you know? And I'm like, how did I know? It's because, you guys, we are all connected spiritually and energetically. We are all connected. And so the second people give me permission to tap in, okay, I can use the keys. You can use the keys. What, baby? So get the 7 keys, learn them. I want you this year, if this is your year where you're like, I'm going to be stronger, I'm going to be wealthier, I'm going to get fit, I'm going to get healthy. You guys, these keys will help you hit your goals even faster, because you're going to be able to ask your body, how am I going to hit this goal? How am I going to hit this weight loss goal? How am I going to make this money? Right? What's blocking me? And your body's going to tell you, well, we got to get rid of this emotion, this trapped emotion from when you were 5 and you thought you weren't good enough, right? We got to clear this trauma when you were 16 or 17, right? We have to clear this belief that your parents gave you about money is evil, right? We have to clear the generational blocks so that these things can come in, okay? So we're going to do one-on-ones. What are these one-on-ones? So you guys, I want to just be very specific and clear, because I have been getting a lot more messages, more than normal. I love receiving messages, but what I don't like receiving is people saying, hey, I'm really, really sick. Can you help me? Can you fix me? That's not what I do. Okay, I give you the keys for you to be able to do these things for yourself, because that's exactly what I'm teaching against, is external validation, right? So what I am here to do is I am here to teach you how to do these things for yourself. And I know it's so hard to trust yourself, but promise me, you are going to get to a place where you know your worth, you know your power, and you will never be gaslit or told again. Okay? Zagorka, I'm sorry, I didn't do it. No, and I'm not here to point a finger. I'm just saying that when I see lots of messages, it's not just one person, I recognize that there is a problem in the world. The problem is that we have all, you guys, I used to be the same way, right? Always seeking the next shiny thing to fix me, right? That's why I certified in so many certifications, holistic certifications, because I always felt like I needed one more certification. I just need one more certification, right? Because I'm not smart enough. I need more. And so I'm just telling you, you don't need to constantly seek external validations through psychics, through mediums, through healers, through doctors. You can know exactly, just like it took me to, okay? So if you guys double tap my picture twice, it'll send you to my profile. There's a link there. There's a link, and it will show you, it'll list the 7 keys. So you guys, in my free guide, I list the keys, but I don't go into each key very deeply, right? It's the free guide that gives you the keys, and then it gives you a way, right? Stupid freaking fly. It goes into just the first 2 keys, okay? In my $27 guide, we go through all of the keys, all of the charts, how to test, right? How to do this for other people, okay? Hey, so this is how we're gonna do this. I need you to say, yay, Dawn. I need you, if you're wanting me to test for you, I need to make sure that you got my free guide, okay? Because the last thing I want for you to do is constantly seek external validation or constantly seeking other people to heal you. You're not broken, okay? First of all, nobody is broken. You have distortion. There's distortion from your past that we need to clear up, okay? There's some truth that needs to shed some light on things, right? You're not broken. You just need truth. The second you get the truth, your body can heal itself, okay? Your body knows exactly what to do. So I know for sure we're going to do Zagorka and Dawn. And then we're going to do, so what I need to do is say, I give you permission. And then I need you to say, what is your pain level? Is it a 10-10? And then specifics. It's 10-10 neck pain, back pain, shoulder pain. Yay, Jessica. Okay. Yes, Kat. And then I need you guys, while you're watching this, to just be tapping on the hearts, okay? If you want to follow me when I go live, you just click this little heart thing up here. And you can say, let me know when Heather goes live. If you want to do that, you want to follow me. You guys, I'm going to tell you something. So my goal this year, one of my big goals, is to get to 70,000 followers, which I'm almost halfway there, and to get on Naked and Afraid, because the reason why I want to get on Naked and Afraid is to prove to people that it's all mindset, and so that I could teach people, so when I'm on the show, I could tell people how to heal their traumas for free, so that I can get this to masses amount of people. And so that is my goal. So if you guys can help me with that goal, I will forever be indebted to you. So share as much as you can. Invite people to the channel. Invite people to follow me. Share my free guide. Say, hey, you got to follow this girl. She speaks truth. If you have people suffering with any type of sickness or disease, traumas, have them get my free guide. Okay? Because this information, I promise you, I don't know anyone teaching what I do for free. I don't know where anybody is sharing this information for free and sharing all of the 7 keys. Because if they did, the matrix would crumble overnight, because you cannot profit off of a healed person. You cannot take advantage over a healed person. It just doesn't work. And the second that you break free from the matrix, you guys, it's game over. It's absolutely game over. So that is one of my New Year's resolutions, you guys. Hit 70K followers. Why 70K? Because one girl was invited on the show and she had 70,000 followers. I'm like, okay, that's my goal then. 70,000 followers, and then be invited on Naked and Afraid. Okay, so Zakorka and Dawn. I'm going to go up through the list and I'm going to start writing people down. Okay, so let me see, Kat. You guys, isn't that, my kids are like, no, nobody wants to see your butt, Mom, because on Naked and Afraid, they show people's like behinds, but everything else is blurred out. And do you guys want to know, like, the most embarrassing thing will be is, I don't know about you women, but I swear I'm half man, because I'm like the hairiest TMI person. And you know, like during COVID, they had those memes where people were like walking around as like Bigfoots from like being in like caves all day. I'm like, that would be me. So I think the worst embarrassing thing will be like, I will look like a man after the 20 days. Like, that is me. I swear I'm half, what's it called? Bigfoot. But I was like, I don't care. People will get just to see the real authentic me, I guess. Okay, so there's Kat, there's B. It's all fun, right? This year I want it to be easy, like full of flow. Because I don't know about you guys, but how many of you women in here were like, you have to hustle hard. You got to work hard to make that money, right? Like you have to like sweat, bleed, tears, like you're dying to make any type of money. That's how most of my life was. And this year I'm like, okay, it can be easy. It gets to be fun, right? We're doing a 40-day Kriya in my spiritual mastery course, and it's been so fun. We're only on day, what is today? The 4th day, the 3rd day. But I love it because this year is all about manifesting that money easy and helping as many people as I can. Okay, Jessica Lopez, AB, Dawn. Okay, I already got you, Dawn Marie. You're number 2. Okay. So if you guys haven't, make sure you got my free guide. Okay, start there. My $27 guide is going to go up to $47. So get it before it does. And if you want to join my spiritual mastery course, that's like the next step. So powerful. It's so powerful. Nessa. Yep, I got you, Becky. Every time I see the name Becky, I always think of like Becky with the good hair. I don't know. Thank you, Christine. Okay. So the free guide is the free breakthrough guide. So when you go to the link, it's the very first thing that's no money. Becky's like, no. Okay, so the breakthrough guide, I will just tell you, I don't really go into a lot because it's free. But in my free guide, I give a link to my free Live Empowered course. Okay, this is a course that we were going to sell for $1,000, me and my business partner. Okay, this is like the #1 personal development course, has everything in it. That alone is life-changing. It's free. It's part of my free guide. It'll teach you how to create a vision, how to set boundaries, how to create safety in your body. It teaches you the breakthrough method. So it took me a year in certification, the same exact training that Tony Robbins gives to his private people one-on-one. It's $350,000 for a week. He teaches breakthrough, okay? I teach you that same exact method in my free breakthrough guide for free. Okay, it took me a whole year of certification. It's in the guide. So if you just get the free guide, the problem with free things though is a lot of people, they don't take it seriously because it's free. I know that too. But if you really want to transform your life this year, get the free guide, take the free Live Empowered course, set yourself up the right way, create a vision for your life, okay? Do you know where you're going? Do you know exactly what you want? If you don't, you're a ship lost at sea, okay? You're a ship hoping to land somewhere. But if you have a vision, you're on course to know exactly where you're going, and everything will start showing up for you. God, the universe will start showing up for you because now you have a destination and they know how to serve you. That is free agency, right? We get to create our map and our destination. Okay. So Gorka, you've been waiting for a long time and I know it's late, so we're gonna test for you. I'm a ship. You're welcome, Kat. Yeah. So, Zagorka, remind me what your specific is. And so you guys, I'm going to show you how I do this for everyone. So when I do my one-on-ones, if you guys want to, if you book a one-on-one with me, I will teach you exactly the same method that I was taught in Germany, right? The system in Germany called Innerwise. This is a system that gets you a yes and no in literal seconds. Okay, the keys are my creation. Okay, the 7 keys come from 10 years of certifications, over $15,000 in different certifications. Like I realized I loved all of those things, but it was like a missing piece. It was a piece to the big puzzle. Okay, the big puzzle is your body knows exactly what's wrong. The keys are just gateways, doorways to unlock truth faster. Okay, that's right. Okay, so let me pin you, Zagorka. So in my $27 guide, you guys, I teach you the appropriate way how to do this for yourself and for other people. So most of you guys are moms or sisters or dads or brothers or uncles, and you have family and you want to be able to help your family, right? You want to be able to help your kids. So I teach you exactly how to test for your kids. And there's a right and a wrong way to do it. So first I'm going to ask, I have permission to test Zagorka? Yes. Okay, I'm going to ask her body which key will help unlock this. So she says, I'm losing weight without wanting it and my lower stomach hurts really bad. So we're going to ask her body, what is first priority? Okay, I have permission to test, yes. What's first priority? So the first thing I got is generational. Okay? Your body's going to tell you exactly what you need to clear in order. So the first thing is generational from her mom, from your dad. Okay? So generational from your dad. Does she need to know more? Every time I talk to the messenger, I don't stop asking questions till the messenger says, no, you don't need to know anymore. Okay? When the messenger says you don't need to know anymore, that means I know I can clear the pain. I can command the pain to leave. I can clear whatever I was told I can clear to clear. Okay? So from her dad, does she need to know more? No. So this is how you clear. This is the fastest way to clear anything from your body. I've been taught several different methods and modalities, okay? They're all great, but they take way too long. You just need to breathe and have unconditional love. Who is the messenger? Okay, there's many ways you can call the messenger. Your higher self, God, Jesus, intuition, Holy Spirit, okay? I know who I'm speaking to when I get my messenger, right? I've set terms and boundaries to my messenger too, but that's who you're speaking to. Okay, it's your intuition. Can never lie, always tells the truth, 100%. Okay, that's why we have to go within to get answers. We have to stop seeking external. So generational from dad, does she need to know more? No. So this is how you clear, okay? Unconditional love and breath. Those are the 2 universal concepts that I don't care what color you are. I don't care what religion, what nationality, what identity you are. Okay? You understand unconditional love and you understand breath. You came into this world knowing how to breathe. You came into this world knowing what unconditional love was, even if you didn't receive it. Okay, but we're going to give that to ourselves. So anytime you're releasing any type of pain, it's holding sacred space for your body. Breathing in unconditional love to the pain, and then commanding that pain to leave through breath. Okay, constantly breathing. The number one cause of death in the world is stress. Okay, stress is caused from people who are in fight or flight. When you're in fight or flight and you're sick and you have pain, you stop breathing. When you stop breathing, it cuts oxygen off to your brain, which then causes your brain to create cortisol, which is the stress hormone, which then goes into your body. It rushes your body, okay? When you have that happen all the time, it sits in your body. Remember, we talked about this. Your body tries to fight that chemical reaction with nutrients, okay? Your nutrients keep fighting and fighting and fighting, trying to help you, but you don't clear it because you don't know how, okay? Which then causes toxins and parasites, and it's this huge system, okay? So, that was a long explanation. Your body knows. So when you have pain in your body, we're going to command it to leave through unconditional love and breath. As you start releasing, you guys, some people cry, some people shake, some people vomit. Some people get really hot and sweaty. Some people get freezing cold. It's just energy moving in the body, okay? So Zakorka, generational, she doesn't need to know more. So she's going to command this stomach pain, okay? That's where some of the generational trauma is trapped in her stomach. So she's going to command, I command this generational trauma in my stomach to leave now. And she's just going to keep breathing unconditional love, seeing unconditional love fill her stomach, and breathing out the pain. Okay? Does she need to know more? Has that been cleared? Yes. Okay. So now what's the next key? Does she need another key? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational. Generational again. I always feel like a stab on my back for years. Ooh, that could be spiritual. Fiery dart. It's generational. It's from your dad again. Does she need to know more? Yes. How many generations back? Does she just need to know the emotion? So she just needs to know the emotion that's stuck in her womb, her stomach, okay? Front page, back page. So you guys, I'm just looking at my charts in my own guide, okay? I use my own guide every day to know what is the emotion, okay? This is in my $27 guide. Front page, back page. 50 through 60, 61, 62, 63. Okay, worthless. Worthless. So remember, you guys, we have been shown, science has proven that you can have generational trauma. It's called epigenetics. Fears, phobias, sickness, and disease, okay? Passed down generationally. So Zakorka, worthless in your body, okay? So she's going to command this worthless energy. It's not hers, generationally passed down, to be cleared from her body in all timelines, in all space. Yeah. I'm not the only one that teaches these things, you guys. There's so many brilliant educators, but they usually only teach one piece of the key. Okay? So Zagorka is clearing that worthless energy. How are you feeling, Zagorka? Does she need another key? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. So the next key is past life. So I certified in several different types of past life regression. And then one of them was like quantum healing hypnosis therapy, which I love, right? It goes back to your body knows exactly what it needs to heal, but you don't need a 3 to 5 hour session to get to the root. Your body will tell you what, why, and you can clear it. Crying. So we're holding sacred space for Zakorka as she's clearing those things. I'm not healing her. Okay, we're just asking her messenger, her higher self, what she needs. And we're holding sacred space for her body to communicate, right? The messenger, the pain. Persecutions, cross, karma. Was it from that lifetime? Is the pain that she's experiencing from in her womb from being silenced in that lifetime, like an imprint? Yes. Okay, so you guys, I'm just asking yes or no questions. My body's responding yes or no. So I don't know, right? I don't know. You have to learn how to become investigators. As children, you did this so beautifully. Why? 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 How? Why? And then we're told to shut up, be quiet, silence ourselves. So now as adults, we're afraid to ask. But in order to heal yourself, you need to become an investigator again. Ask all the questions. Ask God. Ask and you shall receive. Knock and I will open it unto you. And this is truth, you guys. This is what the 7 keys and the truth code does. It teaches you how to get your yes instantly. Okay? So it's an imprint. What does an imprint mean? It means a past life is imprinted on this life and she's feeling that pain. And I got that you're feeling that pain of how you were silenced in another lifetime. Okay? How you were silenced in that lifetime is mirroring, it's imprinted on this lifetime. So when that happens, okay, Zagorka, we're just going to command this past life that's been imprinted on this life, this pain that I'm feeling right now, okay, I command that to be healed with unconditional love, okay? I heal that trauma that happened to me in that lifetime. It's not going to affect this lifetime anymore. And just feel that space being healed. And you could do that with unconditional love. Just keep filling that energy, that space with unconditional love, breathing in and breathing out the pain, okay? In the love, out the pain. Hey, Joanna. So has that been cleared? Yes, 100%. Good job, Zagorka. Okay, does she need another key? Yes. Okay, I keep asking if the body needs more keys until I get a no. Physical, emotional, spiritual, so generational again. So there's lots of generational stuff here. Do you guys see? We're dealing with things that are spiritual, not physical. From your dad again, does she need to know more? Yes. Does she need to know how many? No, she just needs to know the emotion. Front page, back page, 50 through 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65. Love unreceived. So love unreceived. Thank you. You guys, I have all these. Okay, love unreceived, generationally. So this is what I'm talking about when we talk about generational trauma. They've proven this through the research, the study in mice. Whenever there's a fear, a belief, it gets encoded into our DNA. And so as you have children, your children are now imprinted and encoded. And that's why you can have a fear or a phobia or these random beliefs about money, right? About receiving, about worth, about value. So Zagorka is carrying a lot, makes sense in her stomach and her womb area, right? That's where our creation is. Thank you, Giselle. I was like a little fairy. So she's clearing that love unreceived generationally. So when I clear generationally, I command this love unreceived to be cleared in all timelines, in all dimensions, in all space generationally. Okay, love unreceived. And then I fill that in my body with unconditional love. Zagorka, how you doing? Does she need another key for this? No. Does she need another key for her losing her weight? No. Does she need any more keys for tonight? No. So Zagorka, that was it, Queen. That was it. So let us know how you're feeling. 10-10, the worst, how you're feeling now. I know you won't know until the weight, right? But let's ask when you need to test again. Does she need to test again in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? So in 4 weeks, right, your body will be integrated enough to now test for more. Okay. Lots of what, Zagorka? Yeah, thank you for the roses, Rashonda. So you guys make sure, for those of you who just jumped on, right? This looks really fun. It's so fun. But I need you to know and learn how to do this yourself, okay? And I can't have people messaging me saying, hey, I was on your live. I have this pain. Can you please heal me? No, I can't, because I'm not a healer. I'm not your savior. I'm here to help you remember these keys so you could do it yourself, okay? If you're on my live, I do hold sacred space so I could show people that this works. Can you help to communicate with the spiritual? Yes. So D Dior, you guys make sure you're following me. You guys, thanks for tapping that screen. Don't forget to tap the screen. We're getting so close to our goal, right? Let's get that to 100K. My goal this year is to help as many people as I can with these keys for free. Yeah, don't DM me. Get the free guide. Make sure you get the free guide. Start there, you guys. It lists the keys. I need you to start remembering your intuition. Erica, I actually have a guide for pets. So for whatever reason, when it comes to healing, I have been told that you need to be able to tap into your cat. And it's not that your cat needs healing. Your cat needs you to recognize what it's doing and caring for you. Because cats, animals know how to heal themselves and release. It's usually what we're not communicating with our pet. And it's usually seeing them for what they're caring for us. Okay? All right, Dawn Marie, are you here? Ovarian cyst, right? So I see a lot of people with ovarian cyst, digestion, pain, pelvic issues, right? Spiritual things. This is how you do it, right? Your body is trying to communicate through these pains. You need to ask which key will unlock your truth. There could be multiple, but start with first priority, then ask second priority, third priority, until your body says there's no more keys. Joanna, I'm following you. What is it you exactly specified in? I'm not sure what your question was. And Dawn Marie, are you here? Dawn Marie, then Kat, then Jessica Lopez, then Becky, then Ab, then Lissa. I put you on my list, Edior. So you're on the list. Okay, is Kat here? Jessica Lopez. What do exactly I do? So I am the #1 intuitive teacher. I feel my stomach is better. Yay, Zagorka. So I am the #1 intuitive teacher in the world. I teach the true code. I teach you how to remember your intuition, your gift from God. And then I have the 7 keys to help you unlock truth in seconds. So when you can remember that you've always had this gift, as children, we were so in tuned. We knew exactly how to help ourselves. As adults, we've forgotten. So it's a remembering. I'm here to help you remember, okay? Okay, so Jessica, I see you. Okay, here's Kat. So we're gonna do Kat first, and then Jessica, you'll be next, okay? So Kat has chronic right shoulder pain, deep in my shoulder blade, back pain, and constant fatigue. So this is, yes, B, I have you on the list. Oh, I put AB, but I have you on there. So first I'm gonna ask if I have permission. I got a yes. So when you're dealing with multiple pains, I always ask, are these all connected to the same thing? Because if they're not, we need to treat them separately. And then we need to ask our body what's first priority. So she has shoulder pain. So is her shoulder pain, back pain, and constant fatigue all connected? So I got a yes, which means that we can just treat them all together. If I got a no, I would ask her body, do we need to treat her shoulder first, her back pain first, or the fatigue first? Does this make sense? So, Rashonda, I have you on the list too. It's a big list. Okay. So this is what it looks like. All of her pain is connected. So we're going to ask her body, what is the first key to unlock healing? Okay. Is it physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed? So the first key I got was absorbed. And then you guys, for those of you guys who are wanting me to tap in, make sure you're following me. Okay. You have to be following me. You have to be tapping the screen and sending those hearts. Okay, so we can share this information for other people. Okay, so the first key was absorbed. So this is absorbed energy that's not even yours. Does she need to know when it happened? Yes. Age 1 through 5, 5 through 10, 10 through 15, age 10, 11. So at age 12, you absorbed other people's energy. Okay. Does she need to know more? Yes. Okay, Joa, sounds good. Make sure you get my free guide though, because you can start healing yourself today. So a lot of you guys, don't wait for me. Get the free guide, learn the keys, tap into your yes and no. I teach you how to get your yes and no. Ask your body, what's the first key? Okay? 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. Okay, unworthy. So at age 12, unworthy. So Kat, all this pain that you're feeling, you're going to command that unworthy leave your body. And you're going to keep breathing. And then as you're breathing, I want you to fill that space with unconditional love. And then I want you to see your 12-year-old self. So Kat, see your 12-year-old self with this feeling of unworthy. And I want you to tell her the truth. What did she need to know? What was the distortion? What were the lies that she was telling herself? Okay? And just tell her the truth. So if you want the guide, it's the free breakthrough guide. It's linked in my profile. So follow me. In my profile, I have my link there. Okay? You guys can go to my website too, heatherashleyjones.com. That's where you can get access to the free Live Empowered course. It's linked to the free guide, but you can get there too, okay? Kat, how you doing? I see it, Aisha. Make sure you guys are getting the free guide. If you guys want, get the $27 guide before it goes up to $47, okay? It's still an incredible price at $47. I just haven't been given the green light to mark it up yet, okay? The $27 guide gives you everything you need to know. The charts, all the keys, how to test, the way I test in seconds. Everything you need to know. It's only $27 right now. Yes, good job, V. And you guys, please share the free guide with as many people as you know, okay? The free guide gives so much information. It lists all the keys. Okay, it lists all the keys. Gives you your yes and no. Okay, good job, Kat. Has that been cleared? Okay, so that hasn't been cleared yet 100%. So keep breathing unconditional love and command this worthless energy to leave my body now. It's not mine. And then make sure that 12-year-old little you knows every single thing. That's truth. She needs to know every single lie, because now that with your adult coherent mind, right, she will understand now from you. You're going to tell her the truth. You're going to show her the lies, the distortion, so she could be free. So you're setting her free. Okay, that has been cleared now. Okay. Does Kat have another key? Yes. What will this bring her pain down to? A 10, a 9, an 8, a 7, a 6, a 5, a 4, a 3, a 2. Okay. You're going to get to a 0 tonight, Kat. She has another key. Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational. So past life, Kat. So past life, persecutions cross. I knew it. So the persecutions cross, Kat. You guys, a lot of us have come to this earth at this time because we were silenced in multiple lifetimes speaking truth. And this is almost like the transcendent time where all those lifetimes are coming together and you're finally going to be able to speak your truth fully, to be fully seen, to be fully heard, and to use your gifts to help a mass amount of people. And so you experience those traumas and those trials, Kat. They were in preparation to prepare you for your role as a leader today, in this lifetime. And so in order to fully release the persecutions cross, you have to be fully ready to step into truth, to be fully seen and to be fully heard, right? And the second that you do that, it's beautiful, right? It's so beautiful and it's so powerful. You become the gift that will help other people in their healing, right? Not because you had a silver spoon put in your mouth, but because you can actually say, I've witnessed and experienced those traumas, and I know what it feels like. And you can give unconditional love through your traumas and trials. So how do I clear the persecutions cross? Okay, this is how I do it. I see myself as a phoenix rising through the ashes. I call all of those lifetimes that I've been silenced into this lifetime. Okay, all of my traumas in this lifetime, I see myself ascending through the fire, through the flames. The things that tried to destroy me actually empowered me, okay? And now you're this beautiful phoenix on fire, full of power. And so you say, I command this persecution's cross to be healed now, to to be cleansed and to be cleared and to be removed in all timelines, in all dimensions, in all space. And I want you to see yourself taking that step into your purpose, claiming all of your spiritual gifts, claiming your voice. I will never be silenced. I will always speak truth. Claiming the gifts that you were born with on this earth to be fully seen, okay, and to be used as an instrument to help other people. Yes, alchemy. It's exactly what it was. Alchemy. Kat, that was it, queen. Second you release all that and you're filled with unconditional love, it's the integration. Let your body purge whatever it needs to purge, and then just let us know as your body drops from a 10 to a 9 to an 8 to a 7 all the way to that 0. And then we're all holding sacred space for Kat to be able to get that. Yay! All right, is Dawn Marie here? Jessica Lopez. Dawn Marie, Jessica Lopez. Okay, perfect. There's Jessica. Alchemy is when you transmute something into something else, right? So alchemy is when people would try to turn precious metals into gold. So all you're doing is turning those horrible traumas into something pure gold, okay? Light. Yay, Kat. She says, thank you. I'm already feeling a huge shift. I feel like a feather right now. Yes, Kat. Yes, be pain to purpose, right? This is when we take those things and we get over the victimhood and we turn, you guys, victim keeps you stuck. Okay, that's where they want you. Empowered survivor, okay, that is alchemy. That is taking what should have broken you, what tried to destroy you, and you turn that into your power, your gift, okay? It's not easy to do, but if you can do that, man, will you change not only your life, but so many other people's lives. Because you give permission, you give people permission through you that they can do it too. That they can heal themselves too. It gives them permission to recognize that they're not broken. Okay, they just need to change the distortion and the lies that they chose to believe because they didn't have any other one telling them the truth. Okay? I just needed someone. That's why I wrote my book, Becoming God's Daughter, right? Because I needed someone who had experienced life like I did to tell me it's okay, to tell me that I wasn't broken and that I was still good enough and worthy. Because nobody was telling me that, okay? And so when I finally had mentors who shared light on the darkness and said, no, honey, your traumas do not define you, right? The things that happened to you, the abuse that happened to you, it wasn't because you deserved it, right? It was because you didn't recognize the love in yourself, so you took breadcrumbs of love. You allowed men to treat you so horribly because that's all you knew, and you were just seeking anything. You guys, I was seeking validation anywhere I could get it. Breadcrumbs, okay? But the second that I realized that I was love and that I loved myself, okay? You try to give me a breadcrumb, you try to disrespect me, you try to say anything to me, right? Not gonna happen. And this is what I want for every single woman on this earth and every single man. To know their unconditional love, not only for themselves, right? But for who they are. All right, good job, Kat. Okay, we're doing Jessica now. Jessica Lopez. So do I have permission to test Jessica? I got a yes, okay? So that means we're gonna start tapping in. Tears in our prayers, Yeah, if anyone steps on my foot, they're gonna get it. Okay, so Jessica, what are we specifically working on today? Remind me. And then up next is Becky and then B. Then we have Becky, then we have B. Just so you know. Yeah, we got to stop silencing our truth, right? You silence your truth, you silence your pain, you're silencing the messenger, the one thing that will set you free, your gift. There you are, AB. Yeah. I have A, B, and B. So I have both of you on here. So next is AB, sorry. So Jessica Lopez. So Jessica, what are we working on? Okay, neck pain and pain fatigue. You guys, ooh, TikTok is really shadowing people. It's taken a long time for me to see your messages. Okay, so I have permission, neck pain and fatigue. We're gonna ask, is it connected? No, it's not connected. So do we need to treat her neck pain first? So fatigue first, okay? So fatigue, what is this fatigue? Is it physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, or absorbed? Okay, first key, Jessica, past life. This fatigue you're feeling is past life. Persecutions cross, karma, imprint, ascension. Is it spiritual? It's past life. It's past life ascension. Does she need to know more? Does she need to clear? Okay. Was there a block? Sorry guys, I'm just asking yes or no questions because I don't know. And I don't have my past life chart in front of me, so I'm just asking. So it has something to do with a past life from being silenced. Okay, it's not the persecutions cross though. So this is what we're just gonna do. So Jessica, I just want you to command that this past life that's trying to clear now, that's causing you this fatigue, just say, I command this past life to be cleared from my body, okay? I command it to be cleared in all timelines, dimensions, and space. And I want you to pay attention to your fatigue, how it shifts, and see if there's any thoughts or feelings that you get as you're shifting it, and just let me know. Okay, but that has been cleared. So just by commanding it to be cleared, it has been cleared. Does she need to know no more? No. Okay. So does she need another key for her fatigue? No. No more keys for her fatigue. Okay, so let's tap into your neck pain. So we're ready to tap into her neck pain? Yes. Okay, is it physical, emotional, spiritual? Okay, so your neck pain is spiritual. So the past life was fatigue, just trying to come through, right? Sometimes as things are trying to clear, our bodies get really fatigued and tired because our bodies know what to do. Is that truth? Yes. Okay. So let's talk about your neck pain. Aisha, it won't let you download the free guide. If it won't let you download the free guide on Stan, download it on my website, heatherashleyjones.com, and just get the free Live Empowered course. It's on there. Okay. So her neck pain is physical, emotional, spiritual. I am Heather. Physical, emotional. Okay, so the neck pain is spiritual. Sorry guys, I gotta ground real quick. My name is Heather. Okay, her neck pain is physical, emotional. Okay, spiritual, unclean spirit, demonic, hex, curse, integration. It's integration. Does she need to do anything for that? Lots of integration for you. Integration for her neck. Okay. Is there a deceiver there? Okay, that's what it was. There's a deceiver. Yes. Is it attached to her neck? Yes. Is it attached to her fatigue? No. So deceiver, you feel like good. So this neck pain, it's what's called like a deceiver. It's attached to your neck. A deceiver is an entity that pretends to be something of light. As a child, it could pretend to be like invisible friend. It could pretend to be like a grandma or an ancestor. So they're called deceivers because they pretend to be light so that they can stay, but then they siphon energy off of you. And so this deceiver attached when you were 17. And then does she need to know the emotion that it attached to? Yes. 50 through 60, 61, 62. Okay, so worthless. So feeling worthless at 17 is when this deceiver spirit attached. Does she need to know more? Nope. So all you have to do now is you just have to I command this deceiver spirit that's attached to me to leave now. I become invisible to it. I remove any tracers, any trackers. It can no longer find me. And I clear this on all timelines, dimensions, and space. And so as you clear this deceiver energy, I need you to go to your 17-year-old self and tell her the truth. Why did she feel worthless? Okay, tell her the truth. And make sure that you do not leave her until she is completely free of all the distortions and all the lies. So when you were 17, what did she need to hear? And that will officially clear any of this deceiver energy too. Does she need another key for her neck? Oh, Jonna. Are you resonating with this, Queen? A lot of times that happens. Jessica, how are you feeling, Queen? Happy, but I see like a cemetery. Okay. Like in your mind's eye, you're seeing a cemetery? Do you see yourself when you were 17? And did you tell yourself the truth about, is there a specific incident that happened at 17 that made you feel worthless? Jonna, that's probably because you are exactly where you need to be. And for whatever reason, it is time for you, Queen, to know these keys and to release whatever you've been carrying for so long. Everyone watching this, right? Good morning. So for all of you guys watching this, you have permission to go tell that little girl, that little boy, the truth about any trauma you experienced to heal that. Jessica, are you still here? I feel like your messages are getting filtered out. So Jessica, were you able to go to your 17-year-old self and clear that? And heal whatever happened at 17? It's a cemetery tied to anything? No. You lost a friend. Okay. Okay. So that deceiver spirit is still there. So I just want you to command it to be cleared. Like fully command it to be cleared in all timelines, dimensions, and space. And remove any tracers and trackers, and you become invisible to it now. Okay? And then, does she need to see her friend? Yeah. I want you to see your friend. I want you to see your friend. And then I want you to tell your friend all the things that you wish you were able to tell your friend. And then have your friend tell you all the things that they want to tell you. Having a challenge reaching the inner child. How do I know if I've reached her? Is it a mind or a feeling? So it's different for everyone. Some people have a hard time seeing in their mind's eye, so it could be more of a feeling. But with the 7 keys, you could just tap in to that inner child. You can just speak it out or write it out too, to your inner child. Okay? So your inner child knows, just call your inner child in, right? If you can't see her, maybe you can feel her. If you can't feel her, write to her. And Jessica, what does your friend say to you? What does your friend want you to know? Guys, all these things you can do. You can talk to him. He's happy and he's okay. Oh, good. Good. Does she need to know more? No. Is that deceiver still there? No. Good job. Good job, Jessica. Does she need more clearing for her neck? Nope. So your neck pain should be completely gone. If not, it's just integrating. But let us know, where is your neck pain at? You're welcome. Thank you, Suzette. Thank you. What is this that we're practicing? So this is, it's just intuition. It's our gift from God that never lies, always tells the truth with a 99.9% accuracy. Thank you, Suzette. It's a 2. Good job. So Jessica went from, I'm assuming it was a 10-10 pain, neck pain, okay, to a 2. So you guys, our body tries to tell us exactly what's wrong, but we've been taught to silence our truth. We've been taught to silence the messenger through painkillers. When you take a painkiller, you guys, the messenger doesn't go away. You just silence her. She doesn't get quieter. She gets louder, and the pain gets more and more intense. Yes, Suzette. Thanks, Queen. So if you can just learn this one thing, which I teach for free, right, in my free guide, if you can just remember your gift, your intuition, the 7 keys just help you get to the root in seconds, okay? So when you can tap into your intuition, use the 7 keys, ask yes or no which key will unlock your truth, you can literally heal yourself, okay? That was the lie we've been taught, is that we can't. Yes, Suzette, thank you, Queen, blowing it up. I feel like if you're here, you're meant to hear this message. Yes, I know that's true, B, because every single time I pray before I come on live, I pray that the right people will hear these messages. Okay? I literally was put on this earth to speak truth and to spread truth, and it hasn't been easy. You're so welcome, Jessica. Right? It took me a long time to come over the fear of teaching truth. Ooh, Brent. Painkillers for over 5 years for your back. I promise you, if you can just unlock truth about your back pain, you will know exactly why the pain is there. Yeah. Okay. So we have is AB. AB or B? Suzette, I'm like turning pink. I'm just so grateful for all of your Go Populars. I love it. I feel the love. Thank you. Okay. So B, and then I do have AB. Oh, so AB and then B is next. Then I have Becky and Lissa. Okay, so AB, permission, weight loss resistance with low back pain, thigh nerve numbness. So you guys, when I use these keys, I teach you in my $27 guide is exactly how to use these keys for other people. But you have to have permission, okay? You have to have permission. You just don't go walking around healing people. That's not how it works. And I'm not healing anyone. I'm holding sacred space. You guys are doing the healing for yourself. So I have permission to work with AB, yes. Is her weight loss, resistance, lower back pain, and thigh nerveness all connected? No. Okay, so which one does her body want to treat first? Weight loss, low back pain. So your thigh nerve numbness is first. So your thigh, and then is weight loss next? No, and then your lower back, and then weight loss. So you have to ask your body, okay, what's first? Your body will always tell you. And then use the keys to unlock truth. So the thigh numbness pain that she's having, is it physical, emotional? So it's spiritual. Okay, is it the good? It's the bad. Is it unclean? Okay, demonic. Interesting. Okay, demonic. Again, I do not teach spiritual things to cause any fear. That is absolutely not what I'm doing. Okay, the truth is just like Jesus cast those things out to swine instantly. He told Peter, James, and John, some things do require fasting. Okay, but in most cases, It's not like what you see in the movies, okay? So, demonic entity attached to your thigh or hip. Does she need to know more? Yes. Does she need to know when it was attached? Yes. 1 through 5, 5 through 10, 10 through 15, 15 through 20, 20 through 30, 30 through 40, 31, 32. So 33. So 33, does she need to know the emotion? Yes. Front page, back page, 50 through 60, 61, 62, 63, 64. Love unreceived. Wow. Suzette, I love that. She said, I went through 25 surgeries and half were for my back. This works better than anything. I love that. It's true, you guys. Our pain is just the messenger. AB, how I struggled. Queen B, a lot of people struggle to visualize. It doesn't mean that you have a spiritual block or any blocks. You might just have spiritual gifts that are different. Feeling, right? And then unconditional love is really hard too, but you start with the small things. You start by not silencing your truth, and you start by not saying yes to things that are no's. Very small and simple. Do my free Live Empowered course, okay? Start with that. Okay, so AB, are you here? Still? I might have to just start calling people on and doing these because it takes too long to wait for the messages. Okay, so did something happen at age 33? Love unreceived. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to command, I command this demonic entity that's attached to my thigh, right? Connected to love unreceived. Okay, your brother passed at 33. Okay. Was this it? Okay. Was that feeling love unreceived? Okay. So what we're going to do is you're going to command that demonic entity to leave your body. Okay. All timelines, dimensions in space, clear any tracers, trackers. You become invisible to it. You just command it to leave. Okay. Then you have to go to your 33-year-old self. Okay. That love unreceived that you felt from your brother's passing, whatever you needed to know from your brother's passing. Okay. If you probably need to see your brother. Okay. Have your brother tell you what he wants. What message does he have for you about that? Okay. And what truth did you need to hear from your higher self at 33? And that's the only thing you need for your thigh numbness. So you guys, our body holds emotion that we can't process. And it's crazy. You might have shoulder pain or neck pain or something in your foot, your toe, right? One guy had like chronic gout in his toe. Then we did the 7 keys and he had a trapped emotion from when he was a little boy, right? It was totally random, cleared it. The gout in his big toe went completely away. So the free course is on my website, heatherashleyjones.com. In my free guide, there is a link in the back of the free guide that says join my free Live Empowered course. Okay. So it's under courses and it's the free course. So that's all you need for your thigh. How are you doing? Not Jessica, AB. Okay, now we're going to test for your lower back. Yeah, Jonna, I can. Okay. So lower back, physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. So for your lower back, I got absorbed energy. So she absorbed energy that wasn't hers, and it's sitting in her back, and her messenger is saying, this is where it's at, let's clear it. Wow, AB. That gave me freaking goosebumps. She said, mind blown, his cancer is in his thigh. And that is where her pain is. Numbness, okay? Oh my goodness. Yes. So did you speak to your brother? Did he tell you the truth? What you needed to hear? The messages that you guys needed to share with each other? Okay. Okay. The second that you do that, right? Fill that space with unconditional love and release that love unreceived, right? That pain in your thigh will go away. That was the only thing I had for that. Okay, lower back. Oh, AB. I am so happy for, do you guys see, this is why I teach this information, because we all have the power to do this, right? Our bodies are so beautifully in tuned. We just have to go back to self. We have to go back from within. We have to go back to our truth. Okay? The messenger speaks every day. All right. I'm going to go to your lower back so that we can help your back too. Absorbed energy. Does she need to know more? Yes. Does she need to know the age? No. She just needs to know the emotion. Front page, back page, 50 through 60, 60 through 70, 60, 61. So worry. So worry is trapped in your back. And this is absorbed worry. Does she need to know from who? Are you married? Oh, AB. And he knows that. And hopefully when you saw him, you were able to communicate that to him. And he was able to acknowledge that and communicate the truth to you. AB, are you married? Because this worry that was in your back, it's not yours. I got from your spouse or partner. And you guys, I'm not a psychic. I'm not a medium. I know some people jump on there like, are you a psychic? I'm like, no, I'm using my intuition, right? I'm using my yes or no. And then my body's telling me, because I got permission from her, to ask what it is. So is it this? Yes. Is it this? No. And you guys, I teach this in my $27 guide, how to do this proxy for other people, right? The right way. So AB, are you still there? Does she need more keys for her back? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. More absorbed. Does she have more than one? Yes. More than 5, more than 10, more than 15. Okay, so your back is where you carry a lot of absorbed energy. It sits in your back. So what you're going to do is you're going to command all absorbed energies from my entire lifetime to be cleared from my back now. And then you're going to fill it with unconditional love through breath. And then you're going to set terms now. You're going to set terms. I will no longer absorb anybody else's energy. I protect and seal my energy. I am willing to help and be an empath, but only if I give permission to that person. I'm not taking on anyone else's absorbed energy anymore. Command all those absorbed energies from your lower back to be cleared. Does she have another key in her back? Nope, that was it. Will that get her back pain to a 0? Yes. Tonight, yes. Okay, so that was your lower back, AB. Okay. Weight loss. Weight loss is next. Are you losing too much weight? Oh no, you want to lose weight, right? Physical, emotional, spiritual. How's your back feeling, AB? So the first key I got for weight loss is spiritual. Hey, Gardening Cat, how are you? For weight loss is spiritual. Is it the bad? No, it's the good. Is it protection? Okay. Does she need to know more? Yes. Okay, so your weight, it's spiritual. So it's, but I got protection. So we need to know more. Physical, emotional, spiritual, so generational. From mom, from dad. Does she need to know more? Yes. Multiple generations back, multiple lifetimes back. Okay. Front page, back page, 50 through 60, 61, 62. Okay, worthless, generational worthless. So we're going to clear this worthless energy that's been passed down generationally to leave your body now. All timelines, dimension, and space. I command this worthless energy to leave my body now. Does she need another key? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. So past life. The persecutions cross. I knew it. Okay, persecutions cross. Weight is a protection. Your weight, you're not losing weight because there's still some fears. Afraid to be seen, afraid to be heard. So it's afraid to be heard. So what are you not saying? What truths are you not speaking out loud? Okay? About your trauma, about your spiritual gifts. So I think you watched earlier when we did CAT. Okay, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to see all of your traumas and your trials and your lifetimes of being silenced to be healed, right? The alchemy. Yes, Veronica. I'm so excited. So AB, this is a big one for you. This is the persecution's cross. The weight is protection. The second that you can free yourself, you can stop silencing your truth and you can really step into what you know you're being called into. Like you have this feeling inside of you, like, I know I'm meant to be more, I'm meant to be seen and I'm meant to be heard, but there's something fear. Okay. Clear the persecution's cross, step fully into that, and the weight will leave your body. Does she need to know more? Nope, that was it. So the Phoenix fire. You guys, every time I clear, or if I'm helping other people clear, I always see myself as a phoenix rising, right? Coming through the ashes, taking all of the lessons I learned and transforming it into something so beautiful and powerful, the light. So ambitious. I am not a psychic or a medium, but if you feel like you're on the right path, you are. If you feel like you're not, there's a reason why, and your body will tell you what to do. Okay. So Lissa, and then B. Is B here? So I have Lissa, B, Becky, Rashonda. Yes, Nisha. Glory to Jesus that he has given us this power. That is 100% it, Nisha. That is 100% it. And I personally believe that Jesus was the perfect example. He tried to show us. He said, listen, you can do these things that I'm doing and even greater things you can do. He said, drink from this well, from my well. You will never thirst again. Where is his well? Okay, it's the kingdom of God. Where is the kingdom of God? It is within you. Okay? It is pure source. You don't need a middleman to truth. And so, yes, everything I teach, okay, it's not religious. It's just truth. Okay? I love that, Nisha. Yeah. Some people get really, really triggered by language. And I just want you to know that everyone has their own spiritual, religious upbringing, and language can be very triggering. So I want you to turn these keys into language that resonates with you on a soul level. So when I say things that are of a spiritual nature, right? When I say demonic or unclean or familiar, there's other cultures like in African cultures and Indian cultures, in Hispanic cultures and Polynesian cultures, where they have different spiritual language that makes more sense. So if you feel like you're being blocked by something spiritually and you have a cultural, religious upbringing, you have spiritual heritage, there is going to be language that you understand that makes sense for you. Okay? And so these keys are living keys. They're just living transmissions for you to be able to tap into. Okay, so B is here. B, remind me what we're working with. I want to see something real quick. I have been a sign language interpreter and I'm always other voices. Oh, A, B. That makes sense. So now it's time to be your voice. I love that. Okay, so B. Permission, 7, 8, 10, tailbone. Pain and fear of being seen affecting my purpose. Oh, B, I'm so excited for you. Yes, and then AB, now my turn to be my own voice, 100%. So as you clear that persecution's cross, I want you to see yourself, literally seeing yourself in your purpose and your gifts, like as if it's already happening, and just have that being mirrored back to you. That is what's going to bring that to you faster. The fastest is seeing it as if it already happened. Okay, so we're going to work on B. I have permission, yes. So her tailbone, is her tailbone connected to all of this? Yeah. So we're going to tap into your tailbone, okay? So for those of you guys who are just watching, the 7 keys are just keys to unlock truth quicker. So pain is just the messenger. Thank you, Nisha. Pain is just the messenger, right? So when we silence the messenger, we silence our truth. She doesn't go away, she gets louder. So the messenger is poking B's back, right? The messenger is saying, hey, there's something here. Let's clear it. Thanks, Nisa. Thanks, AB. And so we're just asking the messenger which key is going to unlock her truth, okay? That's what the 7 keys are. So the 7 keys are, is it physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed? Okay. So the first key I got was absorbed. She has a lot of absorbed energy in her back and it doesn't feel good. So we need to clear that. But first we need to ask the messenger, does she need to know more? Yes. Does she need to know what age? Yes. 1 through 5, 5 through 10, 10 through 15, age 10. So at age 11, okay, 50 through 60, 51, 52, 53, 54, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60. So at age 11, the energy was vulnerable. So vulnerable at age 11, B. Does she need to know more? Do you have a sister? Do you have a sister, B? Sure. B, do you have a sister? And then for those of you guys who are just, yes. Okay. So this feeling vulnerable energy was not yours. So at 11, you absorbed that energy that she was feeling of feeling vulnerable. And so that's what's stuck in your back. One of the things. So I want you just to command this vulnerable energy that's stuck in your back to leave your body. It's not mine. I command it to leave and I fill it with unconditional love. Okay? That will get your pain to a 9, an 8, a 7, a 6, a 5, a 4. That will get the back pain to a 4, which means there's another key and we're going to ask. Okay, is it physical, emotional, spiritual, generational? So past life, persecutions, cross, karma, imprint. Is it a way that she? Okay. Okay, so there was an accident or something in a past life that you hurt your back. Did she break her back? Did it kill her? Yeah, and it killed you. And so this is where your it's like a physical pain point in your body now, energetically, but we're going to clear that. So I want you to just say, I command this pain that's in my back, right? That's stemming from another lifetime to be cleared in all dimensions and timelines and space. And I just want you to breathe unconditional love into your back and seeing your back being fully repaired. So seeing all the bones being healed and all the sinews and all the tissue and all the muscles being fully healed, and then just command them to be healed and just see them being healed. And just tell your back, you're okay, you're healed, you're filled with unconditional love. Okay? What will that release her pain to? A 4, a 3, a 2, a 1, a 0. Does she need another key? Yeah. Past life, can you explain? So you guys, past lives, there's so many, I mean, there's literal books on past lives. And I did certifications in like past life regression. And so you can spend 3 to 4 to 5 hours doing past life regression meditations. You can connect to multiple lifetimes. There's so many different things it could be. It could be karma. Maybe in a past life you were an a-hole and you stole from people. In this life you're broke and you don't know why. Okay. It could be that you were silenced for speaking truth. It could be that you were assassinated, right? It could be that you were tortured. It could be so many things. You could have been part of a satanic ritual, or you could have been a witch doctor. So I don't know all the things. All I know is that your body will tell you if it's a past life, and then your body will tell you what it is if you need to know more. Okay. It could be an imprint, right? An imprinted pattern, a memory, right? Something that needs to be cleared, a message. So it could be so many things. I don't know. I'm not an expert. I'm an expert at trusting my body knows the answer to clear so that I can heal myself and like move forward in this lifetime, because this is the life that matters. And I don't want you to seek external validation or truth. I want you to be able to do these things for yourself, because you will be more empowered when you can recognize pain in your body, and you can take your own pain from a 10-10 pain to a 0 in seconds. And that's what I teach people to do. B, are you serious? You guys, look at this. I literally was able to sit with full pressure, no freaking pain. Hell yes, B. And this is why I teach the truth code. Because she, maybe like Suzette, has back pain. And the only way to fix that, because it's spiritual, they think is through surgeries. And you can do all the surgeries and you're silencing the messenger. Okay? And that's why I teach this, is because you can heal yourself. And a lot of times it's spiritual. It's not things that doctors can test with an x-ray or blood work, because it's spiritual. B, I'm so freaking happy for you. I could just give you the biggest hug. Like, can everyone just send hearts to B? Veronica, queen, me too. I wish I knew all this too. Now, I do know that I call people into my life that are meant to learn this information now, just like I had to go through the things I had to go through to learn the hard way, right? The long way. I couldn't bypass my traumas or my trials. I needed to learn certain things, but man, how different would our life have been? I love that, B. B was like, I was about to go get checked out, right? We get ourselves into so much pain, you guys. 10-10, chronic pain. We go to the doctors. I did the same thing, you guys. I literally had chronic migraines. They would put me in bed for hours. I thought I was dying. Okay, they put me on a prescription. Did my migraines go away? No, they didn't. I was dependent on medications. If I didn't have my medications, you guys, I would be in the emergency room. And it wasn't until 11 years after I had someone tap into my pain for me, because I was learning. And she's like, Heather, you're being attacked by legions of entities. I was like, what? So when I cleared those, right, I listened to the messenger, which was my body, saying, hey, there's something here trying to hurt you. I knew what to do. My body told me exactly what to do. Okay. And that's what the $27 guide does. It teaches you how to do this. Okay. Because you might be dealing with something spiritual. Wow, B. That's so hard. She says also 8 years in recovery, so no pain meds. Wow, I am so sorry, Queen. And pain medications, a lot of times, whenever I see an addict or someone who needs those things, I see a broken little boy or girl who's trying to escape the trauma. Like they're using something to help feel safe in their bodies, because their bodies are not safe. Okay, because the memories are there. The traumas are still stored in the body. And so you seek things to help you feel good, right? And so the second you can heal those things in your body, you don't seek an escape, because you don't need to escape, because you healed what was broken. And your body will tell you, okay? Your body will tell you what is broken and needs to be healed, okay? So next time you see an addict struggling, pray for them. Send them my free guide. Recognize that something so violently wrong happened to them in their innocence, and all they're trying to do is escape what they could not mentally comprehend at 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, all the way to age 25. They did not have the mental capacity to say what happened wasn't okay, but what we have been lied to, what we have been taught to silence, was that we, in our now mental capacity, can tell ourselves the truth, and it takes the pain away instantly, right? Yeah. Thank you, B. Yeah. So B, let's see if you need any more keys. Does she need another key? Yeah. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. So absorbed again. Is it in her back? This is fatigue. Is it her back? Is this the last thing she needs for tonight? No, she needs more things. Okay. Are there multiple absorbed? Yes. So B, I would just command any additional absorbed energies in your body to leave now and fill your body with unconditional love. And then she needs another key. Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. Persecutions cross. I knew it. So B, the persecutions cross. Same thing, Queen. You have obviously had traumas and trials that were intentional in preparation for you to step into what God had planned for you. And that was to be such a big radiant light. And it sounds like you're already doing that. Kia, I knew I love you, Queen. I love that she's on. Kia's in our spiritual mastery course. She's incredible. She's incredible. She's so in tunely connected. So B, Queen, sounds like you're already doing it on your platform, but you are here to be seen as a massive light, as a speaker of truth. Okay. And you don't teach from someone who has never experienced it. You've experienced the darkness. And so because of that, when you teach, right, the alchemy, the transmutation of pain, this is you. And it is not vain. Yes. That is the lie, you guys. Do you know how many women I work with that have been severely abused and they hide their light so much under a bushel, even though they've done so much healing, because they don't want people to think that they're bragging or like it's hard to explain. But you guys, I promise you that when you shine your light bright, it doesn't take up space. It doesn't take up space. We need your light to create a fire. Okay, because when a light turns on, it turns on other people's lights. When you hide your light, you do everybody a disservice, even yourself. Yes, Mark, men too. Men too. Thank you for reminding. Yes, men too. Okay. When I share my wins, it is not to brag or have ego. It is to give other women permission who've gone through similar things to be like, oh, if she can do it, I can do it. Yes, B. I think that's how most people, at least for me, she said, that is how I heal, by understanding I went through the trauma for a purpose. So if you can recognize that, you guys, I know I went through my trauma so that I can turn around, because okay, this is it. This is absolutely it. All the women who are clearing the persecutions crosses, you have been born knowing you were meant for greatness. Ever since you were a little girl or a little boy, you knew, I'm here for something bigger than me. I don't know what it is, but I know I'm here for something way bigger than me. Like, I know I have this huge mission and this huge calling. When you pray to God, you always pray, God, please use me as an instrument in your hands to speak truth. God, I know you. I believe you. I trust you. Please help me to share light. I want to be a healer. Okay. This is you. I know it because it's all coming down. And so you experience the traumas and the trials, the exact ones that are going to prepare you to be the teacher and the educator for those who are coming after you. And so when I turn around and I look at those traumas now, all of them, I look at them as like, wow, I experienced all those things. And were they hard? Yes. Did I feel like I was going to die? Yes. Okay. Did I feel like I was broken into a million pieces, that I wasn't good enough, that I was unlovable, all those things. And it was intentional, because now when I stand here today and I see someone who's being physically abused or sexually abused, or who's lost a child, or who's suffered infidelity, all those things, I understand and I teach with authority and with permission, with 100% truth and no distortion, because I went through those things. So that is why you're here. So if you've experienced those things and you know and you prayed since you were a little girl or a little boy to be used as an instrument, that is why. That is why. And so people are being called to clear the persecution's cross so that they can step fully into what they've always prayed to become. And that is a healer and a teacher and a leader. Okay? Boom. How do we clear it? Okay? First, you have to test if you have it, okay? Just because you don't have it doesn't mean you didn't before, you might have already cleared it, especially if you're stepping into your gifts already. Okay. You just command it. I command this persecution's cross to leave my body now. And then recognize that you are now stepping fully into your gifts, which are not being afraid to be seen and not being afraid to be heard. Abused authority with licenses to practice also. Yeah. Boom. Yes. So you guys, if you're watching this and you feel it, claim it. If you're watching this, claim it. All right. Johanna, let's do you, Queen. You're so welcome. Johanna, let's do you. You ready, Queen? You're welcome, Nisha. You're so welcome, B. I'm so excited. Does she need another key? No. Okay, Jonna, I love it. I've got to sleep, but checking in. Hey, Kara. Hey, Queen. Yeah, Nisha, we can get you too. So we'll do you after Jonna. Okay, so I have permission to test Jonna. Yes. Oh, I believe so. Women could hold massive amounts of pain, right? We are the transmuters. Oh, hey, Holly. Holly, we could do you too. So we'll do these ones quickly. Oh, Nessa, you're here too. Okay. Nessa, Holly, Nisha. Okay. So, oh, and then D Dior. Is D Dior here too? Oh, AB, I'm so glad you didn't let fear win. She's like, I almost didn't ask for permission. You guys, that's why I test too. Because sometimes I will ask people to give me permission and then I will test and I gotta know. And if I gotta know, I cannot test for you. Okay? Okay, so she says, I have a broken back from a man conversion disorder. From a man? I don't know what that is. But it doesn't matter if I know what it is or not. Your body knows. So, your body knows, and that's all that matters. I love that, Gina. Yeah, so we're going to go through, okay, so we're just going to go through Jonna, Holly, Nessa, Nisha really quickly. Just because I didn't realize the time. I usually hop off at 10:30, but this has been lit. You guys, this live has been lit. So many powerful people in this live, and I'm so excited. You guys, thanks for sharing. Look, we got to 121,000. We did it. We hit our goal. Okay. So I'm going to go through these really quickly. I'm not going to go into massive explanation, so make sure you have a pen and paper and write down the things I say. I will be posting these lives on YouTube, so if I did do a clearing and you need to go back and listen to it, you can. Okay, so Jonna, physical, emotional, do I have permission? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, persecution's cross. That's the first one. Okay. Huge. That makes sense that you were so emotional when I was reading these because you intuitively knew that that was yours. Does she need another key? Ooh, I am Heather. Does she need another key? That was it. Girl. When does she need to retest? In a week? Less than a week, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. So in 5 days after you clear this persecutions cross, Jonna, that's when you can clear again. But this was the one I got. So this is a big one for you. Okay. Holly, we're doing Holly next. Do I have permission? Yes. Holly, I'm just going to do generalized keys. Okay. So Holly, is Holly here? I'm going to make sure she's here first. Holly, Nessa, and then Nisha. Holly, are you here? Nessa, Nisha. Oh, Rashonda, I saw you here too. Jeez, we got to do Rashonda too. Where did I not see you on my list? Okay, and D Dior is here too, you guys. I got to get them too. Dior, and Rashonda is here too. Okay. Yeah. It's like Nisha's like, I'm not going anywhere. Nessa. Okay. Perfect. So you guys are here. I didn't see Holly. Is she still here? Okay, so let's go. Let's go, Nessa. Let's go, Nisha. Okay, Nisha. Okay, Nessa, Nisha, and then Dior and Rashonda. Okay. So Nessa, I have permission. Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. Oh, is this going to be a theme? It's going to be a theme. Persecutions cross. You guys, please learn these keys so that you could testify to what I'm speaking is true. Oh, Becky, you're here too. Okay, good. You were here too. Becky, we're going to do you too. Don't worry. Nessa, persecutions cross. Does she need another key? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational from your dad. Multiple generations back? No. 3 generations back. Front page, back page, 50 through 60, 61, 62. Worthless. Worthless. Clear the worthless energy. Generational. It's not yours. Does she need another key? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational. Dad. Does she need to know the generations? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lifetimes. So this is a lifetime pattern. Front page, back page, 50 through 60, 61, 62. Worthless again. Does she need to know more? Yes. Does she need another key? Does she need to know more about the generational? Yes. Generational, worthless. Is there another emotion? Yes. Front page, back page, 50 through 60, 61, 62, 63. Okay, low self-esteem. You're also clearing low self-esteem generationally passed down through your dad's line. Okay. Does she need another key? No. So that was it, Nessa, for you. That was good. Okay, Nisha. I can test Nisha. Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, persecutions, cross, karma. It was the way that she passed away. So there's an imprint. So your pain right now is imprinted from another lifetime. Is this true? Yes. So I command this imprint. I don't know what pain you're feeling. But there's an imprint. Oh, yes, Nessa. Yeah, Jana, I think you did a lot of clearing while you were on my live. But yours was just past life. You don't need another key. Nisha, I don't know what your pain is, but it's an imprint. So I command this past life imprint from this other lifetime to be cleared and see your body being healed. Okay? Commanded to be healed, unconditional love. Does she need another key? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. Okay, also persecutions cross. Does she need to know more? No. Does she need another key? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. Past life again. Karma. Relationships, money, debt. Karmic debt. So you have to clear karmic debts. Does she need to know more? Yes. Karmic debts. Emotional, physical, money, relationship. So you're paying the price for karmic debts in relationships. Does she need to know more? No. Okay, has that already been cleared? So you already resolved the lessons you need to learn in karmic debt when it comes to relationships, but you just now have to clear that. It's been cleared. Okay? Does she need to know more? Does she need another key? Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, and then absorbed. Does she have multiple? Yes. Can she clear them all? Yes. Does she need to know more? No. So then you're going to I command all the absorbed energies that are in my body now to leave now. Fill it with unconditional love. Shati said, if we clear generational things for ourselves, does that stop it from going into our children? Is this true? Only if you cleared it before you had children. Does it clear your children? Yes. Okay. I would ask specifically though, teach your kids these keys though. Teach these. I've heard multiple things so I know I cleared things generationally, but I also know that I cannot spiritually bypass the traumas and the lessons that my children need to go through. But that doesn't mean that they have to experience fears or phobias or sicknesses that are not theirs. So teach your kids these keys. So if something does come up, they know how to take accountability for their emotions. So don't silence them when they're crying. Don't silence them when they're sick. ask their bodies to tell them, what is this pain? Is it mine? Is it generational? Okay. So do that. Okay, so Nisha, my goodness, girl, does she need another key? No. So that was it, Nisha. That was a lot, queen. Okay, next, Becky. Becky, are you still here? So Becky, Dior, and Rashonda, are you guys here? You're welcome. You guys, I'm not a psychic. I'm not a medium. I'm not people's healers. Okay. I'm teaching you these keys. I give you them for free. Make sure you get my free guide. So I want you to know exactly how to do this. Okay. D Dior. Okay. Becky's here too. Perfect. Okay. So Becky and then D Dior. Becky, I have permission. Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational from your dad. Does she need to know more? Yes. Does she need to know how many generations? Nope. Just the emotion. Front page, back page, 50 through 60, 61, 62, 63, 64. Okay, love unreceived. Generationally, love unreceived. So clear that generationally, Becky. I clear love unreceived. Okay, oh good, Rashonda, I see you too. So I'm just going to do you guys in order. Boom, boom, boom. Generational, love unreceived. Does she need to know more? No. Okay, what's the next key? Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, persecutions, cross, karma. Isn't it? Wow, lots of imprints tonight. So whatever pain or things you're experiencing, it's an imprint from a past life. So just command that to be cleared, right? If there's pain, see that being healed. Is this attached to her pain? Yes. Okay. It's an imprint, so it's mirroring that lifetime. So you're just clearing that. I command that to be cleared with unconditional love. Does she have another key? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. Okay, does she need to know more? No. Does she have multiple absorbed energies? Yes. Can she clear them all tonight? Yes. So I command all these absorbed energies in my body to leave now. Okay, fill the pain with unconditional love. Okay, so just fill your body with unconditional love. Absorbed means you took on other people's energies that weren't yours. So I teach you all these keys in my free guide. We're at the end of the live, so for those of you who just joined, make sure you get my free guide and follow me so you don't lose me. Okay? Does she need another key? When does she need to retest? In 5 weeks is when your body will be fully integrated, but this is a lot. Okay? Good job, Nisha. Good job, Becky. This is Becky. Does Becky need another key? Nope. Okay. So Dior. Dior. And then Rashonda. Dior. I can muscle test. I don't muscle test. I can intuitive test. I can intuitive test for Dior. Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. Persecutions cross. Persecutions cross, Dior. Were you here when we cleared those? Does she need to know more? No. Does she need another key? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. Does she need to know more? No. So I command all the absorbed energies in my body to leave now. Okay? Fill them with unconditional love. Did she need to know the emotion? No. Okay. Does she need to know more? Does she need another key? No. So Dior, persecutions cross, which is huge. And then all the absorbed energy in your lifetime. Nisha, Becky, how are you guys feeling? How are you guys feeling? Sorry I didn't get to sit with you, but it will still work. Okay, Rashonda. I have permission to test Rashonda. Oh, sad. Yeah. Feel sad and let all the emotions come out. If you need to cry, if you need to be upset, like allow yourself to process. Yay, Nisha. She's like feeling great. I love it. Johanna, Tism, thank you so much. Oh, you're welcome. Yes, Jonna. Good job, Queen. Nisha is free. Yay. Okay, Rashonda, you ready? I can test Rashonda. Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, Rashonda. I feel light, sad, but so grateful. Yeah. Let the emotions come up. I tapped the whole time. Yeah, I knew you were. Good job. You did good, Jonna. I promise you there were no other keys. If there were, I would tell you, but that's not a bad thing. It just means that all you needed to release was that one thing, which is huge, you guys. Bavil will do you too, because I don't see, is Rashonda still here? Bavil. Oh, Rashonda's here. Okay, perfect. So Rashonda and then Bavil will do you. Rashonda. Is her back, neck, and anxiety all connected? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, Rashonda, from your dad. Does she need to know the generations? No, she needs the emotion. 53, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 68. Low self-esteem. Me too, Jonna. So Jonna, when it's time to test again, did I say 3 days? I can't remember when I said. But catch me on my live and we'll test again. This is my second nature. Slightly emotional, but in a good way. Okay. Good, Nisha. Okay, Rashonda, generational. Low self-esteem. D. Dior. For the persecutions cross, you just have to command it to be cleared. And to clear the absorbed energies, D. Dior, you just command them to leave your body. Okay? And fill that space with unconditional love. Oh, Holly. Holly, we're going to do you. Don't leave, Holly. Okay, Rashonda, clear that generational low self-esteem. Does she need another key? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational again from your dad. Does she need to know the emotion? Nope. So I clear any generational trauma that's not mine to leave now. Tap into the pain because that's where it's trapped. You said something about my dad. Did I say generational? I think, Jonna, we just did persecutions cross. That was it, right? But if you did have something generational, even if your dad passed away, it doesn't matter. You absorb those things generationally. Rashonda, does she need another key? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual. Good, bad. Unclean spirit, demonic. Okay, so Rashonda, no fear. Does she need to know when this was attached? Yes, age 1 through 5, 5 through 10, age 5, age 6. Age 6. Was there a trauma? Yes. So something happened at age 6, Rashonda, where this demonic entity attached to you. What's the emotion? 20, 20, 30, 30, 40, 30, 31, 32, 33. Insecurity. No, because I don't do any of the work, right? I'm not the healer or the psychic or the medium. So you guys are exhausted because you're doing the work. I'm just testing. I love that. She's like, you released a lot. I didn't have to do anything. That's the power of this work, right? Is you just hold sacred space and people have the ability to heal themselves. Nobody heals you, you guys. Thank you. Rashonda, are you still here? So Rashonda at age 6. Okay. I want you to command this demonic entity to leave your body now, to become invisible to you. You're welcome, DDR. Is Rashonda still here? Holly, are you still here? Rashonda, if you're here, I'm not seeing your messages. I have to remind myself, though, that people are clearing, and so it's hard to respond as you're clearing, especially demonic entities. When I clear demonic entities, sometimes my mouth is bound shut, but you can speak in your mind. Good morning, Frank. So you can say things like, I command this demonic entity to leave my body in all timelines, dimensions, and space. I become invisible. I remove any tracers or trackers. That's the spiritual key, okay? Rashonda, you need to see your 6-year-old little self. Hey, Rashonda. I want you to see your 6-year-old little self, and you need to tell her the truth. I need you to tell your 6-year-old self the truth about what was going on. What did she need to hear? And you stay with her until she has been fully healed and knows all the truth. There's no more lies or distortion. You're welcome, Nisha. Thanks for all the beautiful compliments, too. How do I clear random triggers? So, random triggers, it's just communication. So, if you get a trigger, ask what it is. Is it physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed? Your body will tell you, okay? If it's emotional, your body will tell you what age that needs to be cleared, why you're triggered. Okay? Okay, Rashonda, does she need another key? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. Jonna, if you want to book a one-on-one with me, you can. I literally have hundreds of messages that I haven't even got to, because people have lots of personal questions. I would say if you want to book on one-on-one, I'd love to do that. If not, get my free guide. But if you have had things happen, like I see you and I love you. Rashonda, but thank you for asking. Rashonda. She needs another key. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. So Rashonda, does she need to know the emotion? Yes. Front page, back page. 50 through 60, 51, 52, 53, 54. Unsupported is the emotion. Absorbed, unsupported. Now you got me curious, Jonna. If you have a block, Jonna, just ask me the question in here if you don't mind. So Rashonda, that was absorbed. Does she need to know the age? No. So you just command that to be cleared. Filled with unconditional love. Does she need another key? No. Does she need another key for tonight? No. So Rashonda, that was it, Queen. How you feeling? Okay, Holly, you still here, Queen? You ready? How does this work? Okay, so for those of you guys who are just joining, oh, yep. I knew you were going to say that. So your body will protect you from things or you disassociated. So I'm just going to say this really quick, and then Holly, if you're here, let me know. So we're talking about your body can be experiencing things, physical chronic pain, and it's spiritual, okay? Meaning that doctors and labs can't test sexual abuse or physical abuse or spiritual warfare, like things like that. You're so welcome, Rashonda. Oh, Rashonda, yeah. She says, thank you so much. I got to talk to my family about when I was 6. Okay, so you haven't told anyone then yet, which sounds like. So when we are children and we experience abuse, there are several things that can happen. Thank you, Rashonda. Sometimes the abuse is so bad that our bodies, we disassociate. Our spirits leave our bodies, okay? Because this trauma is so bad, our spirit leaves our body. And so we have no memory of what happened to us. And then we have these flashbacks when it's safe for us to be able to heal sometimes. Sometimes we dabble in plant medicine or we work with people who are not trained or trauma informed, and they open up a can of worms and they wonder why people get sent to the mental hospital or psychosis, because they have this flood of things that they remember that happened that are so horrific. So if you have childhood memories that you don't remember, okay, there's a reason why you don't remember. It is a way that your body protected you, kept you alive. It preserved you. Now, as an adult, your body will tell you, oh, hey, Bevel, we'll do you. Your body will tell you what it needs to clear first in order until you become a sacred, safe space so that you can handle the traumas. Sometimes you may never remember, and that's okay. You don't need to remember the trauma to know what your little self needed to hear. Okay? So My husband was sexually traumatized as a little boy. I've been married to my husband for 16 years. We just discovered this last year. Okay? It took him a long time to feel safe enough to be able to even have the memory. Now, he still has a lot of work to do and a lot of things to process. But what we don't want to do is force ourselves to go into places or remember things that we're not ready for. And that's why the keys work, because your body will tell you first priority, second priority, third priority, right? And then until you get to a place where you're emotionally strong and safe, right? So that if something comes up, a memory, you have the tools to be able to self-regulate. Does this make sense? You now have the mental capacity and the tools to tell that little girl the truth. Now, if you're barely hanging on by a thread and you're, right, deciding if you want to stay or live in this life, that's not a good time to now go open up a whole bunch of childhood trauma wounds, okay? We need to get you into a place where you're self-regulated, where you're full with unconditional love, you know your worth, you know your power, and that you are safe enough to now go back in time and start rewriting your story, telling yourself the truth about the distortion and the lies, okay? In a safe space. So that's what we're trying to do. And your body will communicate first priority, second priority, third priority. Yeah, nightmares could be flashbacks. So use the keys, Jana, right? Start with the free guide. Start trusting you're coming back to yourself, trusting yourself. Nisho, oh, what about your spiritual gifts? So I didn't mention them because they're different from everybody, but as soon as you clear the persecutions cross, you'll start awakening your spiritual gifts. And you probably heard me speaking and asking questions too of what I was trying to get to. But you have spiritual gifts. You already know what they are or do, or you're tapping into them. And this is the time to use them, to strengthen them, because your gifts are here to help other people. Okay, Bevel, you ready? Izzy's like, the persecutions cross. So you guys, we're at the end of this live. So if you're just now jumped on, I love you. Make sure you're following me. I go through the keys every day. You can get my free guide where I talk about the 7 keys. One of the keys is spiritual. Okay. Aisha, you're still here? Okay, I got to do you too. Okay, Bevel, you still here? I have permission to test Bevel. Yes. Not Sunday. Oh yeah, thank you. My queen, my sister. Okay, so she keeps an eye on me. I will not be on live tomorrow. That is Sunday. That's the day I take off. That is the day of the Lord. Okay, so we're gonna do Bevel and then Aisha, and then I do have to hop off because it's that time for me. Okay, so Bevel, I have permission. Yes, physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. Wow, lots of people with imprints tonight. Imprint. There's an imprint that's causing you persecutions cross, Nessa. Didn't we clear that for you too? The persecutions cross is multiple lifetimes of being silenced for speaking truth. So it's just a term, which means that there's a lot of distortion from lots of lifetimes, or it's like a block. You have it in this lifetime too. You have to clear that. You have to clear all those lifetimes of being silenced so that you can step fully into your gift of speaking and being heard and still teaching, okay? So it's like removing the cross, right? Removing the persecutions cross, stepping fully into your spiritual gifts. Holly, did we get you? Holly, did I not test you? Or did I and I forgot? Holly, let's do you. Let's do Holly first. Okay, Holly, let's do you, and then we're going to do a Bevel. So Holly, I have permission. Yes, physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life, absorbed. Bevel, you did have an imprint though. So clear the imprint. What does that mean? It means that the pain you're feeling was the same pain you felt in another life. We need to clear that. So I command that to be cleared in all timelines, dimension, and space. I need to slow down. Yeah. Holly, absorbed energy. Okay. Lots of absorbed energies. So command those to be clear. Does she need to know the exact emotion? Yeah. Front page, back page. Okay, Holly. 50 through 60, 61, 62, 60. Worthless. So worthless, Holly. Does she need to know more? Yes. Worthless energy at age 7. Does she need to know more? So worthless energy at age 7, Holly. So go ahead and clear that. Bevel needs another key. Yes, physical, spiritual, demonic Bevel. Demonic. So Holly, clear that worthless energy when you were 7. Breathe unconditional love into your body. And I want you to go see your 7-year-old self and tell her exactly the truth. Get rid of all the lies, the distortion. What does she need to know? Okay, Bevel, demonic. Does she need to know when? Yes, 1 through 5, 5 through 10. So at age 7, Bevel is when that demonic entity attached. Holly, you need another key, so just hold on. I'm going to go back and forth. So Bevel, that was attached age 7. Does she need to know the emotion? Yeah. Unreceived. Bevel, that was unreceived love, unreceived safety, unreceived support at age 7. That's when this demonic entity attached. So same thing, you have to go back to your 7-year-old self, tell her the truth, get rid of the lies, the distortion, fill her with unconditional love, and then command this demonic entity to leave in all timelines, dimension, and space. Remove any tracers and trackers, become invisible. Okay? Holly, physical, emotional, spiritual. So Holly, generational from your dad. Does she need to know how many generations back? Yes. Multiple lifetimes. Multiple lifetimes from your dad's line. Unsupported. The emotion is unsupported. So you're going to clear in lifetimes this unsupported energy in your body. Clear. I clear feeling unsupported. That's not mine. Multiple lifetimes, multiple generations on my dad's line, and fill that with unconditional love. Okay. Bevel. Has that demonic entity been cleared? Good job. Does Bevel need another key? That's what we're doing. Bevel, physical. Bevel needs another key. No, so that was it, Bevel. Clearing the demonic. Okay, attached when you're 7, clearing the absorbed energies. Does Holly need another key? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. Persecutions cross. Good job, Holly. Okay, persecutions cross, Holly. You know what to do, right? Persecutions cross. Yeah. So Holly, clear the persecutions cross. Step fully into your spiritual gifts. You're no longer going to be silenced. You're no longer going to live in fear. You need to be fully seen and fully heard. Bevel, how are you doing? Holly has done yet. Does Holly need another key? Oh, you still need another key, Holly. So absorbed, more absorbed energy. Does she need to know the emotion? Yes. Stubbornness. Oh, good. So you need to clear the absorbed energy. It's not yours. Stubbornness. I clear the energy of stubbornness from my body. It's not mine. Fill it with unconditional love. Nisha, when can Nisha test again? Is that truth, Holly? Are you stubborn? So Nisha needs to test again in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 8 weeks. So in 8 weeks, Nisha, you'll be fully integrated and you can test again. DeVille, how are you doing? Because that was kind of a big one. Absolutely, yeah. Does Holly need another key? Nope, that was it, Holly. Okay, feeling okay. How is that energy attached to you right now? Okay, that demonic entity is still there. I've learned a lot about regarding emotions, and it's hard to unlearn and heal from the past. It's not hard to unlearn. You're welcome, Holly. Wow, what happens over the next 8 weeks? Integration. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to what things come into your life now that you cleared all that stuff. Thank you, Holly. Thank you for tapping on my screen though and making sure I could test with you. Yes, journal for sure. Hey, Jenny. So I started my list a while ago. I'm actually going to get off pretty soon here, but I'm just making sure that everyone else that I worked on. So Bevel, how are you doing? Me too. Dreams have been insane lately. So Bevel, you're doing okay. Okay, has that been cleared? Okay, so that thing is still there. So I want you to do this with me, Bevel. I command this entity that attached to me when I was 7 years old to leave now. I remove any tracers and trackers. I become invisible in all timelines, dimension, and space. I remove this energy from my body. This energy that when I was 7 years old. Worthless. I fill it with unconditional love for myself. Mark. And then I want you to see your 7-year-old self, and I want you to tell her the truth. What did she need to hear, Bevel? The demonic spirit's been cleared. Yes. 7's been cleared. Good job. That's been cleared. Okay. Does she need another key? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, past life. Persecution scars, karma. So imprint. That imprint, there's an imprint there that's still there, Bevel. That's causing you physical pain. So I just want you to say this out loud. I command this imprint from a past life to be cleared. Yes, B. So Bevel, I command this imprint to be cleared. Is Bevel a man? Thanks, Jenny. Maybe that's why he's having a hard time. Be Evil is his name too. Oh, Nisha, I was a little confused on the karmic. Okay, so was it karmic debt? No, it was karmic debt. Karmic debts. So something in relationships. So there was something relationship that you needed to learn that you had created karma in another lifetime and you already resolved it. So that karma has been cleared. You know how people say, well, you have karmic debts, right? That means that there's karma that you have to pay for. Karma that you have to transmute, alchemize. And so if you have that, your messenger was saying that that's been cleared. So we got to move that energy. We have to move that energy, that karmic energy. Okay. That had to do with relationships. Call in the new. Good night, Jana. I'm paid up. LOL. Yep. You are, queen. You are paid up. Karmic debts are not always money. Okay. If you wrong someone in another lifetime, whether that's through relationship, through love, through cheating, through money, through distortion, through lies, you better believe you're going to pay for that in some way or another. D Evil, are you still here? I feel bad if you're a guy. It's okay. It still works. You're welcome. D Evil, has that been cleared? An NPC. Interesting. All right, you guys, it is 11:26. I love every single one of you guys. Thanks so much for helping me hit my goal. Let's make 2026 the best year ever. How do you do that? By stop giving away your power. Stop outsourcing your truth. Okay. Oh, Aisha, I knew there was somebody. Aisha. Okay. Aisha. I knew there was someone. Okay, Aisha, you're it. We're gonna do Aisha really quick because I'm feeling the energy. I feel really good. Okay. You're welcome. Bevel, you're still here. Okay. How are you still doing? 2. Okay, Nisha. I have permission, Aisha. Physical, emotional, spiritual, generational, Aisha. From your dad. Does she need to know more? No. Okay? I command this generational trauma that's stored in my body to leave now. All timelines, dimension, and space. If you have pain, this is where the pain's attached to. If there's no pain, you're just commanding it to leave your body. Does she need another key? Yes. Physical, emotional, spiritual. The good, the bad. Unclean spirit, demonic, deceiver. So Aisha, deceiver. Does she need to know more? Yes. Age 1 through 5, 5 through 10, 10 through 15, age 10. At age 11. Okay, at age 11. Does she need to know the emotion? Yes. Age 5, 50 through 60, 60 through 70, 60, 61, 62. Worthless. Oop. Okay. Is the deceiver attached to her neck? Her stomach. So this deceiver is attached to your stomach. Okay. There was an emotion that you had when you were younger. Okay. Feeling worthless. That is when that deceiver came in. I command this deceiver to leave now. I become invisible to you. I remove any tracers and trackers. You can never find me, ever. I fill my body with unconditional love. I want you to see your younger self when you felt worthless. Okay? Tell her the truth. Tell her the truth that she needed to hear. Aisha, what did she need to hear? B, I love you. You guys, B was like, just an update for any non-believers. 0 pain in the tailbone. This method works. Yes, queen. You guys, I did not heal B, okay? B did all the work on her own. She did it. Okay? Good job, B. What is the difference between deceiver and demonic? So there's different types of demonic entities. There's some that are specifically deceivers. They pretend to be angels of light. They pretend to be things that are good. There are some demons that they don't care. They don't pretend to be anything. They're just wicked and evil. Okay? But there are some deceivers that like to pretend to be something they're not. Brownie. So if you had a blood transfusion, I would definitely use the keys to test to see if you need to clear anything. That's a great question. And the fact that you're asking that makes me feel like there is something that you need to clear for sure. Okay. Aisha, that's been cleared. Yes, good job. Deceiver's gone. Yes. Where's your stomach pain now? Stomach pain, stomach needs another key? No, that was it. All your stomach pain was attached to that deceiver. So let's talk about your other pain. Was it your neck? Physical, emotional, spiritual. Ooh, another spiritual key. Ascension, unclean spirit, demonic, deceiver, curse. I am Heather. Her neck pain, physical, emotional, spiritual. It's bad. It's a demonic. Is it a deceiver? Is it the same deceiver? No. So you have another deceiver attached to your neck. Does she need to know more? Yes. How old was she? Was it the same time? No. Age 1 through 5, 5 through 10, age 5, age 6, age 7, age 8. So at age 8 now, she needs to know the emotion. Yes. Front page, back page, 50 through 60, 61, 62. Worry. So at age 8, worry was the emotion that you were feeling, and that's when this thing came in, right? So it was just attached to the worry. Does she need to know more? No. So once again, Aisha, I command this deceiver that's attached to my neck to leave now. I remove any tracers and trackers that are in my body. I become invisible to it. In all timelines, dimensions, and space. I remove that feeling, that emotion. Okay, tell yourself, what did you need to know now at 8 years old? The truth. Okay, you were worried. What was the truth that you needed to know? Okay, and then fill that with unconditional love. Nisha, honestly, any type of prayer or meditation, there's no right or wrong. It's all about intention. So whatever your intention is, that is what will be honored. So there's no right or wrong way to pray. Aisha, does she need another key? That was it, Aisha. How are you feeling, Aisha? You're welcome, Nisha. Hey, Aisha, how are you feeling? Good. So I want you to just keep breathing in unconditional love into your neck, into your stomach. Okay, I want you to set boundaries. I want you to set boundaries, okay? Set terms to your space. But good job, Aisha. Like, thank you, my pain has reduced. Does she need another key? No. So now it's just integration. Yeah, lots of Aishas. Nisa, Nisha, Aisha. Yay, Eva. I'm so excited. I love my one-on-ones. I'm so excited. It's going to be amazing. So you guys, that is the end of the night for me. Thank you for following. Make sure you download my free guide. You guys, this is my gift. I give so much in this. I have a free course that's included. Make sure you follow, share it with everyone you know. Okay. My goal is to hit 70,000 followers so I can get on Naked and Afraid. So that this gives me a platform to share these keys with more people around the world. Okay. More people, more eyeballs. It's just truth. Okay. Oh, good Lord. I know my kids think I'm insane. They think I'm crazy. But I love you guys. Have the most incredible night. I will not be going live tomorrow. Sundays are the day of rest for me. But I will be on Monday night at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Yay, B. Thank you. B says, I bought the $27 and it's already worth it. Yes, it is totally worth it. Why do I want to be on the show? Because I want to be on a platform that proves that 21 days, you guys alone, it's all mental. It's all mindset. And I want to teach people these keys while I'm on the show. I want to teach people while I'm on the show how to tap into their trauma. And I want a bigger platform to share about people being silenced, people's truth being silenced, right? There is a massive epidemic of mental health, of suicide. And it is because we have been silenced for so long. People are literally dying inside. People are literally putting their own lights out. What I mean by their own lights, their spirit, their soul, they're silencing their truth. They're hiding their light because of the pain and traumas that they're suffering in silence. Okay, it's huge. It's massive. It's a collective. And so if I can be on a platform where I can share truth, right, it will just create a massive wildfire of truth. And that's why I give these keys for free and share every night. How do you think they'll show it? I'll trust me, you guys. I'm crazy. They'll put my stuff out there. Okay. What about a TED Talk? I'll be doing a TED Talk in March. So I will have a TED Talk. Yeah. So that's my goal, is to do a TED Talk in March. I love you guys. I love you guys. I love you so much. And thanks for not thinking I'm so crazy. My kids think I'm crazy, but I don't care. I'm meant to be authentically me. The system won't like it. Oh, I know. Trust me. They tried to shadow ban and they tried to stop me in silence, but luckily I'm staying within parameters. And so, Phoenix, I see you, love. Did you get my free guide? Make sure you get my free guide. You guys, get my free guide. Start practicing. The number one thing that everyone struggles with is trusting their intuition and believing in themselves that you have the answers. And so that is the truth. Okay, is that you have the answers. So click on my picture twice. There's a link in my bio, okay, or on my website, heatherashleyjones.com. You can get my free Live Empowered course. The workbook's in there too. Okay? Okay? All right, love you guys so much. Bye. Have the most amazing night. Happy Sunday tomorrow. Yes. Awesome, Nisha. Okay.